Ohtani, 1 of 1.
Oh, whoa. Hello, sports card investors, collectors, and hobbyists from around the globe. And thank you for joining night 2 of the virtual holiday sports card con. Ladies and gentlemen, some big things are going to happen tonight. I feel it in the air. I feel that we're going to hit some crazy cards and that many of you out there are going to get an early Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever it is you might celebrate. I think you're going to get that from us this evening. I just feel it. I feel some great things are going to happen tonight, and why not? Because we've got an incredible partner in eBay who has been very gracious with supplying some incredible boxes we're giving away tonight. Guys, listen to this. Tonight, 2 boxes of National Treasures basketball, Panini Impeccable Football, Panini Mosaic Basketball, plus giveaways throughout the night from dealers. It's going to be amazing. And it's got to be amazing because we've got to top what happened last night. And last night was a great start to the virtual. We broke news from eBay. eBay made some major announcements about changes to their buyer and seller policies and the new way that sellers can ship raw cards. Really big news from eBay yesterday. Ultra Pro broke some news live. That was pretty cool too. We debuted our brand new Sports Card Investor app. We debuted that last night for the first time. That's pretty awesome, and thanks for all the great feedback and reviews on that. The Andre Dawson coming on the show was great. The whole thing last night I thought was really, really wonderful, but we're going to do it better tonight. And we're going to start in just a minute with our first of 3 great dealers tonight. We've got Juan from Incredible Collectibles. We've got Paul from Gridiron Stars. And we have Rusty from TCA Gaming. We are doing a little Pokemon and a little gaming tonight. We're going to dive into that later in the show. So we're going to have some good stuff for you there as well. We've also got Tracy Hackler from Panini coming on. Guys, I'm going to ask Panini some tough questions tonight. I know there's a lot of questions that those of you out there have for Panini. You want to know things such as, what's their retail strategy? How come you can't find retail product in stores? Or are cards getting too expensive for kids? Is overprinting happening? We're going to talk about those topics and more with Panini. They're very gracious to be willing to answer all of those questions. We've also got DJ Ski coming on, Jeremy Lee from Sports Card Live, and we're ending with the Coffee Breakers tonight. So we got tons of great stuff happening. Thank you so much for joining. And let's get right into it. Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. And before I bring on our first dealer, who we're going to bring on in just a moment here, I want to remind you to enter the contest tonight. In order to be eligible for the break that's happening later tonight, these incredible boxes that are being broken and given away later tonight, you've got to enter the contest. Even if you entered last night, you've got to enter again tonight. And to do that, you go to sportscardinvestor.com and you click on the virtual. And there's a link right there to enter Wednesday's giveaway. Again, go to sportscardinvestor.com, click on the virtual. There's a link to enter Wednesday's giveaway. We'll also put the link in the chat if you're following the YouTube chat. And we'll make sure you get entered for those giveaways. All right, without further ado, let's see some cards. And we're going to start tonight with Juan Vento of Incredible Collectibles. Juan was on our show last time, and welcome, Juan. You're here live with us now. So welcome to the virtual, Juan.
Hey, Jeff. How's it going? Thank
Good.
you so much for having me back on.
Hey, we're thrilled to have you back on. Many of you out there remember Juan from our summer version of the virtual. He had a great assortment of cards, brought a lot of great stuff, and so we wanted to make sure to have him back. He was one of the favorites. Juan, I know you're a South Florida guy. Last time you were on, we were talking about the Dolphins, and they had coming off some years that weren't the best, but had an optimistic outlook for this season. And they're delivering on that, Juan. Are you surprised with how well the Dolphins have played this year?
I certainly am. I mean, it's the perfect transition time since the Patriots are, in a little bit of a flux. I'm super happy. I couldn't be more pleased with the promise that we have in the future.
Yeah, and you've got not only the Dolphins now to be happy about, but you've also got the Heat to be happy about. I noticed the shirt you're wearing there. That was quite the run to the finals. Do you think that they have any chance of repeating that this year? Oh, we lost Juan. Oh, we're getting Juan back here. Hold on, everybody. It's live television. We're going to get Juan back on in just a second here. All right. Yep, Juan, are you... there we go. Whoop! We had him back for a moment. I saw him back for a moment. You are about to come back on here. Just give us... Here we go. We've got Juan. You're back on, Juan. We see you. All right, I was asking you about the Heat's success this season. Do you think they can repeat this? Do you think they can make another finals run this next year?
They certainly have a great team. I didn't expect them to go so far, last season. I think there's a good chance they can do it again.
Yeah, it will certainly be exciting if they do. I know there are a lot of Tyler Hero and Jimmy Butler card collectors, Bam Adebayo. Speaking of Bam Adebayo, we are tomorrow night going to be giving away a box of 2017 Prism First Off the Line. So we can go Bam Adebayo hunting tomorrow night. But tonight, we're going Tyler Hero hunting with our box of 2019-20 National Treasures basketball, 2 of them that are going to be given away later tonight, courtesy of eBay. All right, Juan, well, let's get into some cards, man. You've got a great eBay store, and you can, by the way, find Juan's eBay store as well as the eBay stores of all of the people appearing on the virtual by going to ebay.com/tradingcards. And Juan's eBay store is also linked off of our website. You can go to sportscardinvestor.com, click on the virtual, and there is a link next to Incredible Collectibles to see the things they're going to be showing us here in a moment. So tell us, Juan, all of these things you're going to show us there on eBay. Now, are these all open for offers? Are you taking offers today? How's this going to work?
I am. Everything in the store is buy it now or best offer. I went ahead and I set up a 15% off store wide, and that's going to be for tonight only.
Connection's frozen again here, but we can still hear Juan. Maybe when Juan, all right, we got you back there. All right, sorry. So you're setting up a 15% store wide. You were saying.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, so anything tonight in your store is 15% off.
15% off store wide, and we're also on certain items that I'll mention when we go through them. We're going to be donating to the ASPCA.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. That's a cool thing that we're doing here with the virtual holiday is all of our dealers have chosen certain items that they're giving a percentage of those item sales away to charity. And so you're supporting ASPCA, Juan. Tell us why you are supporting ASPCA.
So here in my household, we're dog lovers. We've always had English bulldogs, and we recently had a passing of our first bulldog. She was with us for 11 years. And we had their insurance, and they did such a great job helping us through that difficult time. So I just want to give back a little bit. I can't give them, what they gave me, but a little bit I can do.
Awesome, excellent. Well, let's go to Juan's eBay store, and we'll see those items. Get there now, and Juan, let's start seeing some of the great cards tonight.
All right. Well, we're going to start off right with the Heat, and we're going to have Bam Adebayo. PSA 10 Mosaic Orange. This one's a Pop 6. I have this one listed at $390 right now, which is below eBay comps. We also have the silver version, PSA 10 as well. And we have the pair right here.
Yeah, in 2017, Mosaic's a little bit under the radar. Mosaic really broke into vogue this year with the new design, where they broke away from the Prism design and everything like that. But there might be some value in some of the prior years of Mosaic.
Absolutely. I think it's very undervalued right now, and they're very nice looking cards. It has that real like stained glass almost effect. Mm-hmm. So here we have a select PSA 9 silver prism. This one we have listed at $330 right now.
Yep. And so when you give a price, is it 15% off that? Is that right?
No, this is the 15% off price that we have listed today.
Perfect.
For today only. It ends at midnight.
Ends at midnight tonight. 15% off everything in a eBay store. Perfect.
That's right. Here's a select base PSA 10. We have this one at $250. Here's Shea Gilgeous Revolution Grooves parallel. This is the second year. We have this one listed at $120. And here's one of the big dogs that I'm going to pull out tonight. We have Giannis Galactic Revolutions. This is the liftoff die cut. Very low pop. I think it's a pop 3 the last I looked. $2,000 today.
Yeah, the Galactic cards have really, really caught everybody's attention in the sports card hobby. That's a cool card.
Absolutely. Here's a Silver Prism Giannis. This one, $140 today. Here's a Red Wave Giannis PSA 9. This one's $85. And a guy that should have a pretty good season this year, DeAndre Ayton, rookie Prism Auto, PSA 9. This one's listed at $180, I believe. And we can't talk about basketball without Kobe Bryant refractors. So here we have Bowman's Best Refractor, numbered to 400. This is a PSA 9. We have this one at $350.
What year is that?
This one is a 1999.
Very nice. Okay, so that's what, third year, I believe, of Kobe.
Yep.
Maybe
That's
fourth
right.
year. Yeah, 96, 97, 98, 99, yeah. So an early Kobe card for sure.
Yep. And here we have another Kobe. This one's UD Pro Sigs, PSA 10. This one's a Pop 7, or excuse me, a Pop 9. We have this one listed at $150 right now. All the Kobe PSA 10s are going up right now. They're great investments. I'm buying as many as I can. This is an SP, numbered to 99. This one is 2005. We have this. This one's a Pop 2, and this one's $365. Last time we didn't get to see basketball, so I got a lot of basketball here today. So here's another Kobe Pop 4 Slam Ink insert. It's a really, really nice card, PSA 10. We have this one listed at $150. Anthony Davis, Panini, past and present, PSA 10 rookie. This one's $350.
I think Anthony Davis is undervalued. You know, the fact you can pick up a card like that for $350 right now, he's going to be with the Lakers for a long time. He's going to win some serious rings, potentially even past LeBron's days. He's going to be the face of the franchise there.
5-year deal. So absolutely, he's going to be there for a while. Yep. Here's his second-year insert, and this is an insert that you don't really see too often. This one's a Pop 2. This is the representative Silver Prism from his second year. This one's $280. And this just speaks to your point. I mean, it's very undervalued. If this was a Giannis, or a LeBron, who knows what that'll be. Moving on to Luka, we have a fast break, Luck of the Lottery, PSA 10. This one we have listed at $1,100. And here's a Luka rookie also, Hoops. This one we have, it's a PSA 10 listed at $600. And a numbered Luka PSA 9, we have this one listed at $450 right now. It's the Portraits from Court Kings, numbered to $199.
Nice.
Thank you. Luka second year silver, $250 PSA 9. Luka second year optic, PSA 10. This one we have listed at I just lost my $175.
Yeah, there might be some value in the Luka second year cards right now. Something I've actually been talking to our market movers about.
I mean, if you look at the price of LeBron or Jordan, not saying that they're on the same level yet, but they could be in the future. It might be a good time to invest. This is a mosaic insert. Luke also center stage, Pop 7, 250, PSA 9. A Luka Dominance Silver Prism, second year also, 250, PSA 10. I have a Kevin Durant Topps Rookie. These cards have really taken off. This is a PSA 9. We have it listed at 365. I think the last comp I saw on this one was close to 400. I got two cards here coming up from Kevin Garnett. He doesn't get a ton of hobby love, but he is a Hall of Famer, and who was one of my favorite players coming up. This is his SP Rookie, $200, PSA 10.
Yeah, you know, Kevin Garnett, what's interesting, another guy who didn't get a lot of hobby love for a long time was Tim Duncan. And then that changed in a big way this last year. You know, obviously he got in the Hall of Fame, and all of a sudden, you know, there was an awareness of Tim Duncan cards, and all of his cards shot up considerably. Wonder if we're going to see the same thing in the upcoming years with Kevin Garnett. You know, as he does not get the type of love he deserves. You are right, for the incredible career he had. Yep,
absolutely. Here's his second year, row 0. I love the look of these cards. This one's numbered to 250, PSA 9. And I think this is a Pop 7, the last I looked. So this is a pretty rare card. This one we have listed at 760. And coming up now, a guy I expect a lot from, Rui, Silver Prism PSA 10. We have this one listed at 850. And here's his red, white, and blue, PSA 10 also. This one we have listed at 250. Next we have his Liftoff die cut, and this one's a cubic. So it's numbered to 50, PSA 10, Pop 1. This one we have listed at 340. And it's a pretty rare card.
I think Juan, you got best offer open. Is that right on a lot of these cards?
Yes, I have best offer open on all of them.
So are you entertaining offers on everything we've seen as well?
Absolutely. Go ahead and send me your best, and I'm willing to make a deal today. Everything that I'm showing, I want to sell it.
There you go. Juan is in the mood to wheel and deal, ladies and gentlemen. So go ahead and get him some offers tonight on anything you're interested in.
This guy's a little under the radar, Jackson Hayes. Let's see how this team plays out. If he can get some playing time on it, might be worth a prospecting bet here. But it's a PSA 10 Revolution. This is the Rookie Revolution. We have this listed at $35, I believe. Andre Iguodala. This is his X-Fractor Rookie, Topps Chrome, numbered to 110. Pretty rare card. This one's a PSA 8. We have this listed at 200. Next, we have the best pound-for-pound basketball player of all time, Allen Iverson. This is his EX, PSA 9. This one we have listed at $750. And now we're going to have some LeBrons. Here's a LeBron Bowman Chrome Rookie, PSA 9. This one, you just got to send me an offer on it.
There you go. Nice.
Yep. And here's another really low pop one. This is Fleer Ultra, second year, PSA 10. We have this listed at $500. It's a Pop 16.
Yeah, that's a cool image too. Pop 16, second year LeBron. Nice photo. Nice. Wow. I didn't realize that was Pop 16. Wow. That's
Me neither. One. I was surprised when I got it back.
Goodness.
Here's his Topps Chrome second year, 650, PSA 9. And this is a real cool one. This is his Topps first edition, PSA 9. This one's very low pop as well. This one we're asking $1,100. And here's his Bowman Rookies and Stars Gold, 250. This is a PSA 8. Tough card with the gold borders. LeBron 2005. This is the SP, PSA 10. This one we have listed at $350.
Yeah, that's a nice card too.
Yeah. I love the picture on that one.
Yeah, it's a cool one. It's a very cool one.
Yeah. And here's the SP Game Used. This one's a little bit of a higher pop, so this one's, I believe, 110. And this one's pretty rare. So LeBron James, first off the line, neon orange Pulsar, number to 13, PSA 10. We're asking $4,000 on this one.
What year is that?
This one is 2019.
Yeah. Championship year.
That's right. And then really cool insert, a silver prism, that Savage when he's putting that nasty block down, PSA 9. This one we have listed at $250, I believe.
It's nice to see insert cards making a comeback. That's something we're going to have Panini on here coming up in a little bit. And that's, in fact, I think right after you, we're going to bring Tracy from Panini on, and that's something I want to talk to him about is the comeback of insert cards. You know, insert cards used to be a huge thing in the 90s, kind of fell out of favor, but now we're really seeing an emphasis from collectors and investors and manufacturers like Panini on insert cards again.
Yeah, I love inserts. If you notice, I have a bunch of them that I'm showing off. I think they're undervalued. And of course, the imagery on them is amazing.
So guys, in the chat, tell us, because I know Juan's actually got a couple of giveaways for us tonight, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute. Tell us in the chat, what is your favorite insert of all time? And we're going to pull two people who tell us what their favorite insert is of all time. Explain why, your favorite insert of all time, why. Tell us in the chat. We're going to pull two people with great answers, and they're going to get Juan's giveaways here in a few minutes.
Here we have a Magic Johnson rookie.
Beautiful.
This is an SGC 9.
Oh, that's in good condition.
Yep.
Those ones are hard to grade because there were so many, print dots and the cutting of it and all that type of thing. SGC 9 is actually a pretty good grade on that type of card. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, it's not the one with Larry Bird and Dr. J.
Oh, it's the other one. Gotcha.
They're still undervalued. It's we're asking $250 on this one compared to the latter would have been $9,000-$10,000.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah. So here's the red and yellow Magic Johnson Pop 1 Mosaic from 2014, PSA 10.
Cool.
Beautiful card. Magic's another one that his cards I think are undervalued right now. This one's listed at $200.
Nice. And all this stuff, I'll remind you guys, all this stuff is open to best offer. So Juan said he wants to sell it all tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so make this guy some offers.
Yep. And we got Dame Time here, 1/1 plate auto. This is his second year, listed at $300. Kawhi Leonard, BGS 9510 rookie inscriptions. It's a clear card, real tough to grade, really, really nice looking card. His hobby's taking a little bit of a shot since it didn't make it into the finals, but it's a good time to buy. Karl Malone, this is a Spectra Gold Auto number to 10, PSA 9 Pop 1. This one's listed at $200. Donovan Mitchell Red, this one is numbered to $299, PSA 9. This one's listed at $80. Donovan Mitchell Micro Etched, this is a Prestige, also listed at $80. PSA 10 on that one. Here's some Ja. This is the base prism PSA 10. Here, this is a rare one, number to 49. This is the Purple Elite PSA 9, Pop 1.
And thank you to everybody in the chat who has been throwing out their favorite insert cards. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the chat here as you're talking, and man, there are lots and lots of cool ones. Someone just in the chat said about the Obsidian white tunnel vision that we pulled in our charity box break the other day here on Sports Card Investor. I have to agree with that. That was a really, really cool one that we pulled the other day, but there's so many neat inserts now.
That is such a beautiful card, that die cut.
It is. It really is.
Here's the Ja Morant Revolutions rookie base, PSA 10. And here's the Select Concourse, PSA 10. And those are all hovering between 280 and 320. Here's the Optic, PSA 10. This is one that we don't see too much of. Victor Oladipo. This is the Redback Hoops PSA 10. This is a Pop 7.
Nice.
Listed at $250. And here's his gold PSA 9. Akeem Olajuwon, PSA 8, 86 Fleer rookie. This one's listed at $400. Or $365, sorry.
Someday I'm going to get a complete set of 1986 Fleer. If someone out there has one and wants to sell it to me, send me a message because I'm in the market.
I got one for you.
You got a complete set?
I actually have two of them.
Well, look at you. All right, we got to talk. Juan.
Here's a Scottie Pippen Green Prism PSA 10. This one's listed at $40.
Nice.
Yeah. This is the Scottie Pippen Silver Prism from 2014. This is the SP variation, PSA 10. This one is a Pop 2, and it's at $110.
And Juan, I'm going to give your first giveaway out here. This is a 2019 Prism RJ Barrett. This one's from you, right?
Yep, that's for me.
Awesome. I like RJ Barrett going into this season. I'm optimistic that with a coaching change in New York, that he's going to get more play time, be more dependent on. I don't know how good the team's going to be, but I think RJ is going to put up some numbers this year from a stats perspective, which is going to get attention of the hobby. Christian Montez, congratulations. Thank you for your answer in the chat on the insert question. This RJ Barrett is for you. We'll give out the second card here in just a moment, but keep going.
Awesome. Congratulations. So here we have a Panini Excalibur, Ben Simmons rookie, PSA 10. And this one, surprisingly, is a Pop 2. I just checked this one again, just to make sure. I got it back about a month ago, but this is the Jason Tatum. This is the Rookie Kings, PSA 10. This one's listed at $300.
And by the way, Christian Montez, the insert that he loved was that 1996 EX2000 Stardate 2000 inserts, which actually, that's one of the ones I just recently bought a Kobe Bryant of and showed it off on the channel on my mail day video a couple weeks ago. That is absolutely, Christian, you are right on with that being incredible.
That is a beautiful insert. I saw that video of yours. That's a great buy. Here's Russell Westbrook. This is the SP Patch Auto rookie out of $5.99, PSA 9. Trae Young Select, PSA 10. This one's for you, Jeff. You're Atlanta boy.
I am. I like it.
We're asking $400 on that.
And I like Select as well.
Yep. Here's the Trae PSA 10 Luck of the Lottery. This is the Fast Break Prism, listed at $340. Here's the Donruss, the rated rookie PSA 10, listed at $250. And here's some Zion. Here's the Optic Hollow PSA 10. Here's the Optic Base PSA 10. And of course, going back to my inserts, I have to have the die cut lift off because I love the lift offs. That's one of my favorite inserts.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
PSA 10.
And
this one is a very low pop as well.
Taking offers on all of these on eBay tonight.
Yeah, on the Zions, all of them, it's all offer based. There's a lot of upside on these. I think its prices are way down right now. So again, good time to buy. This is the Mosaic Rookie Debut PSA 10. And I have by the way, I have a whole 2-row that are all listed of all Zion graded cards. So, if you see something you like on there, feel free to make me an offer. Here's the Fast Break Optic Hollow or Optic Purple out of 95, PSA 9. Prism Fireworks insert, PSA 10. This is the Fast Break version. And another Fast Break, but this is the Prism Rookie, PSA 9. Now we'll take a look at some of the GOAT. Jordan Rookie, BGS 95. This is the Star, or this is the XRC 1986. This is the Olympian version. It's listed at $1,800. Here's the All-Star BGS 9 1986 star. This one's listed at $1,700. And here's the career highlights, also star Jordan 1986 BGS 9.5. Here is a Jordan rookie.
Oh, there it is.
BGS 8.5. Subgrades on this are 8, 8.5, 8.5, 8.5. Honestly, I think they were a little strict on it. The centering's pretty decent for an 8. The color is amazing. It's a really, really nice card.
That's a staple. That's a cornerstone of a collection if you can get it. Obviously, those cards aren't cheap, but yeah. If you're building out a high-end collection, gotta find one of those into your collection somehow. Yeah. And maybe the night's tonight. Maybe Juan will take a crazy offer from you on it.
That's right. All you can always do that.
Yep.
Here's a and here's
you broke up a little bit on that last one. What was that? What was the grade on that last one, Juan?
9.
All right, we're gonna give Juan in just a second. He's breaking
and
up a little
on the
bit
back
here.
On this is perfect.
Oh, I think he's back.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good now. You're good now. What's the grade on that sticker?
This is a PSA 9.
Okay. And what was the grade on the last Jordan?
The last Jordan was a PSA 8.
Okay. All right. So
yeah.
Some nicely graded cards for sure. So these are all up on Juan's eBay, and he's taking offers this evening.
Here's another sticker, PSA 8.
Yeah, the stickers are real tough. Getting a 9 grade on a sticker, those stickers are tough. I pulled some of those stickers, and I can tell you can get a Pack Fresh sticker, and they can be so off-center that even Pack Fresh, it's like, there's just no possibility of getting above a PSA 8 on a Pack Fresh, right? And so a PSA 9 on a sticker is a tough grade. Even a PSA 8 can be a tough grade.
Yep. And not to mention the gum staining on them and the yellow borders because they're in the back of the pack. But here's a couple more stickers. These are SGC 7s, much more reasonably priced.
Nice. And Juan, I'm gonna we got about 2 minutes here, so if you want to grab last couple of cards, and while you do that, I'm gonna give out the second card you gave us. Juan was generous enough to give us a 2019 Topps Chrome Mike Trout jumping PSA 10. A very nice card there, really sharp condition PSA 10 Mike Trout card. And the winner of that is going to go to Samuel Resnick. Samuel in the chat said that his favorite insert were, of course, the Panini Kabooms. Can't go wrong with the Kabooms. Those are a lot of people's favorite inserts. Obvious but great answer there. Congratulations, Samuel, on that card. All right, let's do our last couple cards here, Juan.
All righty. So here we got a Jordan insert behind the glass, PSA 9. Really, really tough card. They're susceptible to a lot of chipping. This one's listed at $300. Jordan Intense Emotion, PSA 10. This one's listed, I believe, at $700. Jordan, this is the Metal Universe, 1997.
Beautiful.
Yep, this one's a PSA 8.5. Another tough card.
Yeah, really tough card. That's a beautiful card.
And I guess we can finish it off with a couple of Jordan autos. This is a Letterman, BGS 9510. Numbered to 23, I believe. Yep, numbered to 23. And here's a Jordan PSA 10, old school. This is from Exquisite. And here's a UD Black,
cool.
BGS 95 booklet with the gold auto, with the gold ink auto.
Wow. That is an awesome one to end it on. That is an incredible card. All of this is up on Juan's eBay store. Once again, you can get to his eBay store by going to sportscardinvestor.com, clicking on the virtual, and then clicking on the link next to Incredible Collectibles. That's the name of Juan's store, Incredible Collectibles. Awesome job, Juan. Really appreciate you coming. Juan is taking offers on all of these cards, as well as giving charitable donation on several of them to the ASPCA. So we really appreciate you doing that, Juan. Thank you for being part of the virtual tonight.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me on again. I really appreciate it, Jeff.
And hang out, move over to our YouTube stream and watch our interview with Panini, because Tracy from Panini is about to come on. This is going to be an excellent interview. There's a lot of questions I'm going to ask him. I think everybody out there is going to be really interested in hearing this interview. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Tracy from Panini is coming up next.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up.
All right, we are back here, and we are going to bring on Tracy Hackler from Panini. Looking forward to this interview. Tracy, you are here live. Welcome to the virtual holiday.
Jeff, thank you for having me on. It's always good to join you guys, and love the show you're putting together. The programming is excellent, and I'm sorry if I have to bring down the level of your talent, but I'll do my best to keep up.
I appreciate the Christmas tree in the background. It's helping keep with a festive holiday theme.
Well, your hat, that Christmas tree,
hey,
we're all in the Christmas spirit, right?
We're making it happen. So let's start. Obviously this has been an absolutely incredible year for the hobby. There's so much we could talk about, but as you look back, what stands out most to you about 2020?
Man, that's a great question, Jeff. This has been one of the most surreal years that any of us have ever experienced in our lifetimes, and the meteoric rise of the trading card hobby in that time just kind of fits in with that theme of just surrealism. And I think the thing that stands out the most to me is just how globally embraced and globally adored trading cards are, maybe for the first time ever. I mean, it's always been kind of this niche industry, this niche hobby of ours that we've all kind of kept secret, and now it's really opened up to the masses in a large way, maybe bigger than we've ever seen before. And so I think that just stands out to me. And then when products maintain this crazy market price that I don't think anybody ever anticipated. I mean, the products certainly weren't designed to maintain that market price, and the fact that the supply can't meet the demand is a good problem to have, but it's pretty staggering when you sit back and think about it.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely incredible year, and so much good has happened with the hobby this year for sports card investors. But when you have that type of growth, like you just talked about, where supply can't meet demand, it also leads to challenges. And I know one thing that has frustrated a lot of collectors this year has been what has been happening in retail stores, and the fact that we're all used to a couple of years ago being able to go into your Target or a Walmart and and grab a box of Prism or grab a box of Optic. It's almost impossible to do these days. What are Panini's thoughts on this? Is there anything you can do?
Yeah, we're equally frustrated in a big way. What we've done, we've actually taken a lot of steps, probably more so behind the scenes than a lot of people even are aware of. But we are frustrated about it. As you can imagine, the lion's share of the communication we're getting right now from consumers, either on social or through email correspondence, is about this very topic. And what we do as a company, primarily our VP of Sales, DJ Kazmarak, is kind of the man at Panini spearheading this. But when we hear about these instances of stores that are having these issues, we kind of gather as much information as we can, research it, and when we have all the information, we go to our retail distribution partners, MJH and Excel, and we express our concern about what maybe is going on in the trading card sections. In many cases, that has led to people being terminated, unfortunately. It's led to a lot of merchandisers being reassigned to different departments because they're not properly equipped to handle what's taking place in the trading card sections right now. We've kind of spearheaded a complete retraining of folks in those merchandising positions on how to handle this crazy demand that we're seeing. And then other steps, a lot of times now the trading card sections at both primarily Target and Walmart are being stocked when possible after hours or in non-prime time, so that things are getting on the shelf as they should. But there's really only so much we can do as the trading card manufacturer to kind of police it. But we are constantly talking to our retail partners and our distribution partners on how to kind of make that a better situation. And I think we've taken many great steps and probably more to come for sure.
Do you think we'll see more stores go to like moving the product behind the counter and saying, you can only buy one box per customer? I've seen that it seems like there are certain locations of like Target that had moved to that, but right now it's not very consistent.
Yeah, I think there's probably some kind of happy medium where that makes a lot more sense. The problem that we're up against as well is that Walmart and Target aren't in the business of trying to limit people from buying things in their store. So, but I do think there is something that can be done more along the lines of what you're talking about, Jeff, to kind of limit or per customer purchase limits. And I don't think any of that stuff's off the table, but there's a lot of calls, a lot of meetings going on the daily about how we kind of make this situation as digestible as we can.
Yeah, and I understand the challenge. You're right. Walmart and Target are not, as you just said, they're not in the business of limiting customers buying things. That's not what they do with any other product, really. So why would they do that with trading cards? So that's challenging for them. Now, I will say, as much as everyone in the hobby complains about the fact that, products aren't available at retail, the opposite would be that you print to demand and you print so much that, it's always available in retail because you're just going to print more and more and more and more and more, which is what happened in the 1980s. And so I will say that the fact that it is so scarce in retail does at least provide me with confidence as a investor that you are not overprinting, you are not even meeting current demand with the print runs that are going on today.
No, that's a great point, Jeff. And I was going to bring that kind of up when you got to another question later in the interview. But yeah, you're right. I mean, if there is a fear that we're going to go back into the early 90s and we're going to overproduce. I mean, there's a bunch of factors that are different now, but one proof positive that we're not going to do that is you can't find the product. And it is
we just lost Panini. We have been signed out. Interesting. I think the sports card gods are watching this interview and they're like, oh, wait a minute, where's Jeff going with these questions? Here, we need to get some help over here we got to get Tracy back on here. The computer was literally like, we have detected a security violation. We must terminate this call immediately. I don't know what I said. Is print runs perhaps on the, is this on the watch list now? Are we on is the NSA watch list monitoring the print runs at Panini here? I don't know. We're going to get Panini back on. All right, we're going to have Tracy back on here hopefully in about 30 seconds.
Okay, I have to go.
All right, we're connecting now. Whoops. That was 1 second, Tracy. We're going to bring you back on the screen here. Skype popped up and said we have detected a security concern with your conversation. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm saying, is the National Security Administration getting involved in policing product at retail stores? Is that what's going on now?
Yeah, but we take this seriously, man.
Yeah. But no, we were talking about print runs, and you were just in the process of saying, I was saying how you could print to meet the demand, but obviously that is not happening. And you were talking about how you guys talk about that type of thing all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the things I was going to bring up later is if there was a fear that we might be going back down the road of the late 80s, early 90s and overproduction, I think the fact that there are empty shelves everywhere is proof positive that we're not doing that. And you and I have talked about this. I think we talked about this the last time we were on, but we have so many people in our building that are instrumental in the production of our products who lived through that and don't want to relive it for all the right reasons. So I think we're in good hands there.
Now while we're on that topic, I believe you that Panini is being very cautious about print levels. I very much do. But why wouldn't Panini, or really, and it's not just Panini, it's any of the manufacturers, want to publicly disclose how many of a certain card are printed? Like, I know you obviously do that. You have certain serial numbered cards, but those are the lower print volume, the rarer ones. We're kind of all left to guess how many base cards or how many silver cards there were printed in a particular year.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think philosophically, there could be many reasons, and maybe that's the reasons are as different as there are different brand managers. But I think by and large, most things the print runs are known on. I don't know that you'll ever know what the full print run of a base set is or a base parallel, probably because it's a big number, and I don't know that anybody wants to know. But I mean, I think that it still stands up that you can't find it anywhere. So if it's a big number, yeah, base prism, I don't know how many silvers there are of a base guy. They would never tell me that. I wish they would, because I'm kind of curious. But when we think we're reaching a threshold, and this happens with any product, if we think we're in fear of reaching a threshold where it's not as coveted, we see a year like 2020 where it's like you can't make enough still of the base prisms or the base products. So I just have a lot of confidence in our team and the professionals that we have on the production side, on the development side. They more than being trading card product developers or producers, they're passionate about the hobby that we've all been a part of for decades and decades. And so I think it's in good hands. And I think the fact that you don't have 6 or 7 or 8 manufacturers rolling the presses on their products, and you've got kind of one in each of the major sports doing their thing and hopefully watching the market and protecting the market as closely as we are.
Yeah. And I certainly appreciate that answer. Now, of course, the flip side, again, there's flip sides to all of this, is by closely monitoring that supply, it's also making it tough for kids to get into collecting. And although the cards back in the 80s, kind of turned out to be worth very little because so much was printed, the advantage of so much being printed was that me and probably you and many others in the 1980s, many watching this show tonight, got hooked because they could go to their corner drugstore and buy the cards and they were always there. And that's no longer the case. And for somebody who has, 2 sons and a daughter like I do, who are in that age that I want to start getting them into card collecting. It's tough now. You know, what is Panini thinking about in response to that?
Again, another great question, very timely. You know, the thing I think about when we try to talk about staying relevant with the youth and also giving them something that they can obtain rather easily, the first two things I think about are the NFL and NBA sticker and album collections, which have been around for years and years and years. It's what Panini globally made its name and a reputation on the World Cup side primarily. But I think one of the biggest advancements in that, because people like, well, my kid wants trading cards, not stickers. I think by adding actual trading cards to the sticker and album collection last year has worked wonders for that product as a viable target for card collectors as well as fans who want to put the sticker albums together and complete those. And even then, you talk about having rookie cards and rare parallels as part of that product. You look at those values, and those values are going crazy too. So it's even when you try in a 99-cent packet or a 99-cent product to get those cards in there, people are finding them, and it is resonating in terms of that product, but it also is another piece that kids can kind of start with if they can't find Prism or Immaculate or whatever. So that's one avenue that we're pretty proud of. Another one is the NFL 5 trading card game, which, yes, it's a trading card game, but there are cards in there. And Ake Tongdelarden, who's our games developer, you know, he was talking about NFL 5 this week in the organized play and how popular that's been. But even the card elements in there, aside from being cards that you use in gameplay, the top players and top rookies, as you might imagine, there's a strong secondary market for those as well. So that's two kind of introductory, globally kind of accessible products. And then one thing that our sales team is working on right now to launch in spring of 2021 is a kids crate program where it's affordable blasters and retail SKUs and hats and socks and T-shirts and things. It's a kids crate that'll be available to our direct-to-consumer business and our direct-to-hobby shop business as well. So all direct accounts will have access to that at an affordable price that we can monitor strictly that they're not in turn jacking the price up.
Good.
And it's for kids 14. I think 14 and under is kind of our threshold. And so we're trying. It's not the be all end all, but it is a 2 or 3, 4 steps in the right direction.
That's awesome to hear. Really cool. Really cool. Well, let's talk about a few of the things that I think Panini has just done awesome at this year. You know, the designs, in my opinion, are getting better and better. And you've also got new types of inserts coming out that have really, really caught on and taken off in the last couple of years. I'm curious, what is the design process like at Panini? Like, how many different designers do you have? Do they work on multiple products, or do they work on multiple sports, or how does that all work?
So that's another great question. I couldn't agree with you more. I'm so proud of a lot of the designs that we're generating on the site because they are fresh and they're new. And but to your original question, so our design team, we have one creative director, and then under him are 14. The whole team is 15 members. And the thing that where we benefit is that it's people in their 50s to all the way to people in their 20s. And so you've got a lot of lifelong collectors who are in our graphic design department. You've got a bunch of newcomers who are just experiencing it for the first time. And so you get all these different perspectives with an eye, obviously, on what are our design tenets and what are brand staples that we need to kind of keep in every product. But then you've got these fresh ideas from these 20-somethings who will come up with something completely different. Think of things completely in a different way than what a longtime collector who's a designer will think of. and then they do a great job of not just keeping. So there might be one designer who works on Prism every year, but it's multiple designers working on multiple products, and it's not at all uncommon for someone to be working on Prism Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday he or she might be working on NBA hoops, and Friday they might be working on select soccer. So it keeps things fresh, and I do think the mix that we have of the talent that we have on the team, the collecting pedigrees that we have, the newness that we have has really led to some really revolutionary designs, whether it's Color Blast or Kaboom. I mean, I know Kaboom has been around for a while, but Color Blast is one that really stands out to me. A lot of the retro kind of 70s, 80s looks have really appealed to me, and I'm just blown away because for like a lot of collectors, the first time I see a lot of our new designs is when the product releases and it's getting broken, and I get to see those. And I'm with you. I think our team has done an excellent job.
And do they intentionally, make designs even regarding things like cards that are going to have autos and that kind of thing? I'm curious. One example that I'm kind of curious about is, Prism has elevated itself to be the, kind of that premier set. Obviously we're excluding the very high end like National Treasures here, but outside of that, Prism is your premier everyday set in basketball and football. But it doesn't have on-card autos, for example, right? Those are sticker autos, whereas you have someone, you've got a set like Optic, which actually benefits from on-card autos. Who determines logistics like that? Like could Prism get on-card autos in the future? If so, who would make that call?
So that's more a result of when that product is in the calendar. So Prism, for most sports, it comes out relatively early in the year, and we just don't, quite frankly, have time to get that Optichrome technology. Takes a little bit longer to produce, and Prism has been so successful. It's such a juggernaut that I don't know that our team necessarily wants to rock the boat with Prism. But when we can plan out Optic, for example, or Contenders Optic, things like that, where we can have really the benefit of a full production year, and then we have those kind of at the end of the program. It affords us the opportunity to put some on-card forms in there, and then allows us the time to send to the player, and the player needs to take his time to autograph them and send it back. So, but primarily the reason Prism has never really had on-card autographs is because of where it is in the production calendar and the release, and when it releases.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can collectors look forward to any changes to any of your key sets like Prism or Select or Optic as we move forward into next year? Or do you expect those sets to remain a little more kind of status quo because they are already so popular, and maybe some of the innovation will happen around newer sets or newer inserts?
Another great question. You're full of them as usual. So I think for the most part, those kind of landmark or flagship products will remain largely the same. But our product development teams and our design teams are really good about, even if they're minor changes, of looking at a product from the first card to the last from the last year and seeing how they can improve it. So you may see minor changes that a lot of folks might not notice, but for the most part, I mean, those products are what they are, and they do really well. And people love to collect them. And if we were to change too much about those, we might alienate or tick off some people. So those will kind of remain untouched with the exception of minor changes. And then to your point, I think a lot of the bigger developments will come in other products that aren't as established. And I think that's one of the beauties of a product like Chronicles, where it really gives our teams the opportunity to really try some different stuff, and what resonates in there will likely become a bigger player in years to come.
Yeah, Chronicles gives you a good experimentation ground for sure. All right, so I've got to ask, of course, people in the chat are wanting to hear about redemptions, Panini points. These can sometimes be points of pain for collectors, when they when they open up a box and they're excited and they pull out a redemption card, but then the fear of this taking months and months and months, or they get Panini points and then sometimes there's a disappointment that they feel like they can't find something of the value they were hoping. Any thoughts on those programs or how they might change in the future?
Well, I will say that we despise redemptions as much as anybody does. We don't like them. We kind of view them as necessary evils. In a lot of cases, the reward site is constantly kind of evolving. I think a few things they've done that really have resonated to me as a consumer as well is like when they've created unique products just for the reward site, whether it's the white sparkle packs or the kabooms that had the greens and the golds and the
Those have been
silver.
very popular, yeah.
But those things go quickly, and people kind of know when our team is updating new inventory, uploading new inventory, and they're there waiting, and it goes quick. And I understand that it's an imperfect temporary solution, I'll say, for the nirvana or the euphoria that we want to get to with where there's a world with no redemptions or no points. But until that's possible, and then in terms of like we all completely appreciate and embrace the beauty of instant gratification when it comes to the autograph card. There's not much worse kick in the shins than your autograph being a redemption of points. And
is that simply a matter of the player didn't get the signed card back to Panini in time? Is that why that happens?
Like we have a sizable team who does nothing all day, every day, except talk to players and agents about getting cards autographed. It could be cards that they've had for a while. It could be cards that they just got. It could be cards that are on the way. Hey, let so-and-so know that he's going to get a shipment tomorrow. We need those back in a week or whatever. And, but it's almost always a result of us waiting to get the cards back in. And sometimes cards get lost in the mail. We got to remake them, or we got to resend stuff out. And so there are kind of hairy points to it. People know we all know and have a love-hate relationship with redemption cards. But one of the things that I'll give our team credit for, both on the autograph acquisition side and the customer service side, is we never like to give up on a guy. So if we're at a stalemate and the guy says he's not returning the card, he's not signing, or we hardly ever give up on a player that matters. And so sometimes that can take a year, sometimes it can take 5 or 6 years. But if it's a meaningful card to a lot of people, we're going to try to stick it through and see it through and get the card back in and get it redeemed.
Yeah, and I know dealing with athletes can be a difficult thing at times. They've got their own schedules and their own agendas at times, so I get it. I do love on the Panini points. I do love when you do special releases of product just available for Panini point holders. I feel like that really enhances the value of them. So hopefully we see more of those great things in the future. So
yeah, I agree. I hope we do more of those too, because it does help, and and there are people, as you know, there's a market for points, and people it just takes a little bit more research. You got to be a little bit more savvy, but I mean, there's a payoff there if you're patient enough and you are ready when the time's right.
All right, let's wrap on this final question, Tracy. What are you looking most forward to in the hobby for 2021?
I'd like the Broncos to be successful. Would be a good start for me. But man, I want to see where we're going, because I mean, I know where we are, I know where we've been, but I don't know where we are now, how that translates into where we're going. And you know, I think we've all been here long enough, and we've seen it through. We've been on the roller coaster, front row seat on the roller coaster of the trading card hobby for years and years and years. And I don't know that anybody ever thought they would see this again where we are. And it's an unprecedented time. We've talked about the highs of the early 90s and the the 96 National in Anaheim, people talk about, I think, or early 90s National was like the glory days. But that will now pale in comparison to where we are now. I just don't know where the top is, because every time we think we've reached the top, it dwarfs everything that we've seen prior. So that's a really bad answer for you, like a long-winded bad answer, which are the worst kinds of bad answers, the long-winded ones. But I just want to see where we go from here.
I'm excited, and we are all optimistic about the future. I think the top is even quite a bit above where we are today, so I'm excited to see it. Tracy, thanks so much for your honesty and forthrightness. Really appreciate it. Oh, final thing, we've got to do a giveaway, right? I think you had a little giveaway for us tonight. Is that right?
Yeah. So everyone, we talked about Prism. Prism Football released yesterday, today, I don't know, but it released. It's hot. We have one box of that. And I'm going to throw in a box of XR too. Jeff, I'm going to let you decide how to give that out. But
well, here's how we're going to give it out. Tracy, that's first of all very generous. Thank you very much to Tracy and Panini for giving out a box of Prism Football. We really appreciate that. That is super hot, as well as a box of Prism XR. That is awesome. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to ask everyone in the live chat what their favorite under the radar Panini set is and why. Tell us a Panini set, a Panini product that is under the radar and why. We're going to take 2 answers, and we're going to give each of those people one of those prizes. Thank you very much, Tracy. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks for being part. You take care of Kelly, man. She's slaving away back there. So
she's doing wonderful.
Merry Christmas to you guys. Thank you for having me on. Hope y'all have a great holiday.
You too. Thanks so much, Tracy. Take care.
Thanks, Jeff.
Ho, ho, ho! My team and I here at Sports Card Investor have a special holiday gift for you. As thanks for watching the virtual holiday, we are making our Market Movers data platform available for you to use 100% free this week. It is open for you from now until Friday. Market Movers is the best way for you to track your sports card collection and maximize your profit. Market Movers tracks more than 10,000 cards to give you detailed pricing information and market intelligence. And now through Friday, you can try Market Movers for free, and you don't even have to enter any credit card information. Simply go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers in the main menu bar. Again, go to sportscardinvestor.com right now and click Market Movers. It's our way of saying happy holidays to all of you from our team here at Sports Card Investor.
We've all got a lot to talk about this holiday. Thankfully, eBay has the gifts to do the talking for you. So you can say things like, I love you, Dad, or I miss spending time with you, Mom, or even, remember those weekends at Nana's house? On rainy afternoons, the whole house would smell delicious as she baked her famous cinnamon buns. We'd giggle through sticky mouthfuls until we couldn't eat another bite. Well, I saw this and thought of you. For those who mean a lot, eBay has the gifts that say a lot.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm excited to bring you our next dealer tonight on the virtual holiday. Paul Kelly, his company is Gridiron Stars, and Paul was a dealer on our last virtual event over the summer, a popular dealer. A nice variety of stuff, some lower end, more affordable cards. I know people have been asking for that, and Paul has some of those that he's going to bring on tonight. So we wanted to bring Paul. He did a great job last time, and let's go ahead and connect with him. Let's bring him in. And there he is. Paul, welcome to the virtual holiday.
Jeff, how you doing? Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you and your Patriots. I see from the Patriots hat there, they're starting to do a little bit better. It was all gloom up in Boston for a little while, right? But I think they're getting a little bit of steam.
Yeah, it feels like the old days, but it's not going to wreck my holidays. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's starting to get there a little bit again. So very, very good. Well, welcome back, and it was great having you on last time. And I know tonight we're going to go through a lot of cards, and Paul has given us a list of all of the cards he's going to show tonight. They're actually linked on our website. So if you go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on the virtual, and then go to where it says Gridiron Stars and click next to where it says Gridiron Stars, and you'll actually see a list of every single card Paul's going to show, as well as a direct link to that card on eBay. And I believe some of these cards are auctions, and a lot of them are buy it nows. And on those buy it nows, I think you're accepting offers tonight. Is that right, Paul?
Yeah, that's right, Jeff. We're here to sell tonight. Absolutely.
Paul is here to make some deals. So let's make this guy some deals, everybody. And again, all these cards you can get to through our website, through the virtual page. And Paul, are you? I think you've got some cards tonight, some listings that are also going to be benefiting a charitable cause. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I've got a bunch of hockey auctions that are going to end in the next couple days. That's all going to Marines Toys for Tots.
Awesome.
For the holidays. Yeah,
Toys for Tots is a great program. When we've been doing our Advent charity box breaks here on Sports Card Investor, the first week of box breaks, we pick Toys for Tots as well. They're a really solid organization. What made you choose them?
It's the holidays, right? And the holidays should be about kids, and just want to make sure that we're giving back. And we just heard a lot about the prices of cards and kids getting knocked out of the market, but just hopefully they can get something back and have a great season this year.
Yeah, and the Toys for Tots program is a program done by the U.S. Marines that helps underprivileged kids who might not otherwise have a gift this holiday season make sure that they have a nice brand new gift to open and enjoy. So it's a good program. Cool. Absolutely. Awesome, Paul. Well, let's get into some cards. Show us what you got. All right, man.
Yeah, that's great. So obviously the name Gridiron Stars, you're going to see mostly football, right? That's my bread and butter. But we'll start off with European football with a Diego Maradona card. Very difficult to find this card. 1986. It was a UK issue in a multi-sport. Obviously Maradona got a lot of press lately. That's $50. Absolutely.
RIP for sure. He was a football legend, and it was the outpouring for him when he passed. As someone who isn't a huge soccer fan or follower, aware of him, but not really aware of the impact he had on so many. But then obviously sometimes it takes someone's passing for for others to notice the extreme amount of impact he had. It was great to see.
So way to start on a downer, right? Yeah. Everything's going to go up from here.
It's up from here.
All right, I'm going to start with this Ronald Jones from the Buccaneers. Really nice playbook here. 5-color patch, double patch here.
That's a nice.
Just a really cool
card. That's a lot
card.
of patch. That's half his jersey.
That's huge.
Half his jersey's in there. Goodness gracious.
Exactly. You can wear that home if you buy it tonight. Here's a quad autograph with Garoppolo, Jarvis Landry. The Browns obviously doing great. Sammy Watkins on here. $100. Best offer. Takes it tonight. Here's, hopefully, he'll be back next year. Saquon, Obsidian with the autograph. Really nice rookie card. That's numbered to 75 here. Just beautiful card.
Yeah, Obsidian cards are real nice ones. We opened a box of those the other day, and I was blown away with some of the inserts in there. Yeah, beautiful cards.
Beautiful stuff. All right, so that'll kick us off. Now, what we'll do is just start to go through a little bit of history of football, start with some older stuff. 1957 Topps, kind of classic set. This is Elroy Hirsch, Hall of Famer. Crazy Legs was his nickname back in the day. We'll start looking at some of the stuff from the early 60s. This is 1962 Flair. So Flair put out sets in 60, 61, 62, and 63 for the AFL. These are just beautiful cards, just a classic design. I'm just showing some of the ones that we have, listed, up here. Some of the Bills, some of the Texans, the precursor to the Chiefs, and some Broncos cards. Just beautiful cards. Really, I just love this classic design. As we move into the 60s, of course, we're going to see a bunch of Packers. Jim Ringo, Hall of Famer here. Again, these cards are not that expensive. Some of them are, 10, 20 bucks. Here's a Bart Starr. This is $50. 1962 Topps. One of my favorite players of all time. Just a real gentleman. Unfortunately, passed recently as well. Just a great person. Obviously, a phenomenal leader from the Packers. Len Dawson, as we get into the late 60s, obviously, Chiefs are hot now. They were hot in the late 60s as well, going to the early Super Bowls. I've got an Alex Karras. Some of you might remember him from Webster, the TV show. He's made the Hall of Fame this year, 1968 and a 1969 Topps. Obviously, a lot of interest in his cards as he's going into the Hall of Fame. Interesting, though, the Hall of Fame, like a lot of things, got canceled this year. They had 20 people go in because of the 100-year anniversary of the NFL. So they pushed the enshrinement off to next year. It's going to be an even bigger class. Just some more 1969 Topps. This is number 1, Leroy Kelly, another Hall of Famer. Some of the other stuff, I like some of these oddball cards. This is 1970 Kellogg's 3D card, Len Dawson. I have a lot of these, commons and stars that are listed. Just a, oddball type stuff you don't see every day. As we start to work into the 70s, again, what you'll see listed in my store primarily are Hall of Famers from the vintage standpoint. Buck Buchanan here, again, from the Chiefs. George Blanda from Oakland Raiders. Lance Allworth, Bambi, as he was known, from the San Diego Chargers. So just some classic players here. Starting moving through the 70s, of course, that's Cowboys era. This is a high number for those of you that know the 1972 top set. High numbers are very difficult. Plus, this is a Hall of Fame rookie card, Rayfield Wright from the Cowboys. So really desirable card. It is definitely well off-centered, so highly discounted here. These go for big bucks if they're PSA high numbered. Just threw in some 72 Dolphins. These guys popped some champagne the other day after
they did.
Knocked off. Big surprise, but lots of Dolphins fans out there, of course. This card's only like $3 or $4, but the thing that I love about some of these old cards are the pictures. Right, it's basically a picture of the grass stains on his backside, right? Like John Riggins. Not a great picture. I'm not sure you could get away with putting that in a set today, but just kind of one of my favorites. Of course, we keep going with some of the Hall of Famers and some of the rookie cards. Emmett Thomas from the Chiefs. Floyd Little. Unfortunately, Floyd's not doing so well, but was a great player out of Syracuse. Followed a lot of the running backs out of Syracuse. As we move into the 70s, a couple other, we got Art Shell, a great Raider, became a coach of the Raiders, Hall of Fame rookie card here. Bob Lilly, Mr. Set upside down. Yeah, Mr. Cowboy, as he's known. Bob Lilly from 73 Topps, really nice card. Again, just another oddball set. This was a Wonder Bread 1975, inserted in loaves of bread. Obviously, a lot of them didn't survive or are not in great shape. This is just a Bob Greasy. You have several other ones up there. And as I said, you get into some pretty cool pictures on some of these old ones. Just love the hairstyle on Fred Biletnikoff here. Long, scraggly hair. Some of these pictures on some of the other 75. These are all Hall of Famers as well. Mick Tingelhoff, just a great center. Merlin Olsen doing his his photo shoot for his upcoming acting career. And then Mel Renfro. Obviously the helmet wore away some of the hair on the top of his head there, but obviously
that's a great photo. And I appreciate this history lesson in the history of football cards, Paul. This is good stuff. I'm sure a lot of the people viewing tonight, some of these may be sets that they're seeing for the first time. So this has been enjoyable stepping through this. I appreciate this.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jeff. Obviously, I'm a big Patriots fan. This is Mike Haynes. He split his career between the Patriots and the Raiders. This is his Hall of Fame rookie card. Again, very affordable, $10. Right, Harry Carson, another Hall of Fame rookie card. This is under $10. Great player from the Giants. Obviously, you get some classic 70s, quarterbacks. We've got Roger Staubach from 1977, and Fran Tarkenton from 78. The 70s wouldn't be the same without the Steelers. Mean Joe Green and Jack Lambert here from their great defense. I'll pick up the pace a little bit. Any of your friends down in Atlanta love the Falcons. This was in Popsicles, Kellogg's Popsicles. Very difficult to find these cards. I had a whole set of them. I think this is the last one I have left. I love this card. This is from Earl Campbell's rookie year, and it has him and Walter Payton as the rushing leaders on there. Very cool card. I love those dual cards where you get two great players on the same thing. Of course, Terry Bradshaw. I got a collection of different Bradshaws that are up there, different prices, anywhere from $5 to $20. Of course, a classic, greatest running back of all time, Walter Payton. Several of his cars. This is his 1980 tops, just for. And then you've got Kellen Winslow as we get into the 80s, 81, Kellen Winslow Hall of Fame rookie card. Dwight Clark on the other side of the catch from 1981 rookie. Of course, the guy who threw him the ball. There's lots of Joe Montanas in my store. Here's a 83 tops, very nice condition, cool card. Again, these are relatively cheap. You can get into these cards for less than $10. Terry Bradshaw, just a insert, one of those early inserts. This is a sticker. Some more Hall of Fame rookies. Of course, 1984 is known for the Elway Marino. Those cards. There's lots of Hall of Fame rookie cards actually in that set. Is Andre Tippett. We've got Russ Grimm. We've got Morton Anderson from the Saints. Ricky Jackson from the Saints. Jackie Slater from the Rams. Lots of other guys from that set. Really,
Paul, you just mentioned Dan Marino's rookie year, and I know you've been very generous to give us a couple of giveaways here. Let me go ahead and mention the first one. You're giving us a 1993 Marino PSA 10, I believe SP, right, from 1993?
Right.
Yeah, so that's a very nice card for somebody to win. And so what we're going to do for that card is we're going to ask people in the chat to tell us their best Dan Marino moment, the best Dan Marino moments. Maybe it's something, we got some folks here who've been watching football for a while. Maybe it's something they watch. Maybe some people actually caught Marino in person at some point. Tell us your best Dan Marino moment in the chat. And then I'm also going to ask my team here to check on the winners of Panini's 2 contests as well to see if we can get those, because I'm sure everybody's anxious to hear who won the 2 Panini contests. And I'm being pointed to. Okay, I have the winners. Let me go ahead and announce the winners of the Panini contests as well, just real quick, Paul. Wow, these are big ones. The 2020 Prism Football sealed box is going to Peter Pappas. Congratulations, Peter. And the 2020 XR football box to Dino Riviera. Dino Riviera, congratulations. If you won a prize tonight, make sure to get in touch with us by emailing help@sportscardinvestor.com. And tell us those Marino memories in the chat. All right, Paul, let's keep going here.
All right, great. We're going to pick up the pace a little bit. Another one of those great cards with 2 great players on there, Marino and Montana.
Speaking of Marino, right.
Yeah, I love this card, just the 2 of them together. Some other oddball stuff from the mid-'80s. You got Jim Brown and Fran Tarkenton, just on a hard-to-find set here. You've got John Elway from Topps. It was a send-in set, red bordered. Lots of 86 tops up there. Of course, that's the Rice year. We've got Elway here as an example. Nice Michael Irvin rookie. That's $20, but best offer takes it tonight. Brett Favre rookie from 1991 Stadium. Beautiful card. Great player. This is a nice set from the UK. All-time great quarterbacks. Really difficult to find. These cards are a little smaller. And there's about 20 in the set. I've got them all up there. This is Elway, $8 for Elway. One of the things I love is the coaches over the years. These are difficult to find. These were printed in 1995. Chuck Noll, Al Davis, Bill Walsh. Very difficult.
Classic coaches.
Here's a Vince Lombardi. This is from a hard-to-find Super Bowl set. It's pro set, but very difficult to find, actually, from Buick printed these. Jerry Rice from that set. I've got all the other ones up there. Interesting Jim Kelly card, another 1990 pro set, which is the junk wax era. But, again, this is from the Super Bowl. Typically you see the blow borders on this. Here's a John Elway, another nice oddball, him as a kid from the early 90s. Again, a couple Super Bowl cards from, hard to find Super Bowl sets, Elway and Montana. These 2, Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith from the 1992 Finest. This is the set that started it all from a chrome standpoint. Yep. Beautiful set. Beautiful edition.
Those could be really good ones to own. I was talking to actually Joe Davis from Got Baseball Cards, who was on last night, and he said that he thinks that 92 Finest set's a little bit underrated since it's one of the first chrome sets there ever was. It started it all, as you said. Paul, these are great cards. I just want to remind everybody they are up on your eBay store, and you can go to ebay.com/trading cards and to quickly find the Gridiron Stars store. But great values you're showing us tonight. So many cards here that are $5, $10, but are big pieces of history. So that's great stuff. And I also want to congratulate the winner of that Marino card. We are going to give that to Shane Hicks, who said that watching Marino beat the Bears during the Bears Super Bowl run, the hook and lateral was amazing. So Shane Hicks, congratulations to you. And we're going to give out another card here in just a moment, but let's go on.
All right, great. This is a Walter Payton card from Flair Football. Flair made football, in the 70s and early 80s. They couldn't make players, but they made teams. These are some Heisman cards. This is from a difficult to find Heisman set. You get OJ, Paul Hornung, who recently passed away, Ohio State, Archie Griffin, Niall Kinnick for you Iowa fans out there. This is his only card out there. We're moving on to the late 90s. We had a Peyton Manning rookie. We've got his buddy Edgerrin James here. Some other Hall of Fame rookie cards, Champ Bailey cards we've got here. Really nice early Drew Brees from 2002.
That's really nice.
Yeah, beautiful card.
And since we're in this era, Paul, let me mention your second giveaway is a 1997 SP Authentic Brett Favre PSA 10 card. Another nice giveaway. Tell me your best Brett Favre moment in the chat, and we're going to give that card to the best Brett Favre moment. Yeah,
great. Here's a soccer card with Joe Montana on it. Just interesting oddball stuff. Difficult to find this card. Cool. Love Joe, but a couple more Hall of Fame rookie cards. Here's Terrell Davis, great player, short career. Curtis Martin, obviously I loved him for the 3 years as he was here at Pats, but mostly on the Jets. Ty Law, the first Patriots from the dynasty to get into the Hall of Fame from 95 SP. You got Tony Gonzalez from the Chiefs, later on finished up in your hometown, Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Since we just talked about Favre, here's a nice numbered Favre card. We've got Brian Urlacher rookie card. A guy who just got in the Hall of Fame this year, Steve Hutchinson out of Michigan. He played with Seattle. This one's funny. We all watch him on Sunday. Here's Rich Eisen's rookie card from the NFL Network. Just a funny card. I like to pull that one out. Charles Woodson, he'll be going to the Hall of Fame this year. This is from his first year with the Packers. This is Phillip Rivers card, early Phillip Rivers, 2006, number 250. Very difficult to find that. Let's see. We've got some Cam Newton cards. God, I wish he was playing better this year for my Pats, but here's some of his rookie cards, a collection of those. This is a nice Aikman redemption card. Obviously, a lot of people didn't redeem it, so difficult to find. I think it's $8-10, somewhere around there. Now we're getting into the shiny card era, right? So, T.Y. Hilton, Prism 2013 rookie card. Let me grab the other stack here. Kirk Cousins, Minnesota's on a charge. They're doing pretty well right now. Here's a collection of Levante David from the Bucks. Prism rookie. You got the black rookie number to low number there, 347. We're getting into.
We got about 3 minutes left, Paul. Just to give you
great.
Some time.
All right, I'll really fast. DeAndre Hopkins rookie cards. Let's go to some of the larger stuff. So there is a lot more modern stuff that's up there. Let me get in. I've got probably about 100 different Russell Wilson cards. Lots of low numbers.
Yeah, some cool
lots
inserts
of
there. It looks like. Yeah.
Very nice stuff there.
A lot of Russell Wilson collectors out there. Go check this store out. Gridiron Stars on eBay.
Here's a nice Christian McCaffrey Illusions rookie card. Dalvin Cook, who's tearing it up. Here's a beautiful Kareem Hunt RPA, right, from 2017 Select. Beautiful card, number to 49. Browns are really obviously doing great this year. Another player who's really on the move, Calvin Ridley. Got several of his rookie cards that are up, on eBay right now as well. Got some Nick Chubbs. Here's a nice Mammoth Materials. Another Nick Chubb rookie here. Let's see. Since we're on the Browns, a very low numbered to 47, Baker Mayfield. All right. We've got some Chiefs cards. Some nice McCole Hardman. Again, low numbered, 99, 199. Another RPA from the Indianapolis Colts, Paris Campbell. Again, low numbered card here. Beautiful card. Lots of other ones. Some other great players. A.J. Brown. Got a lot of A.J. Brown cards up there right now. He's been tearing it up. Let's see here. We got Chase Claypool, Justin Jefferson, some of the the
hot
rookies
right now. All of those guys hot rookies right now.
Very good.
All right, Paul, give us 5 more cards here.
All right, we'll go to the bottom of the pile. So I got lots of Roethlisbergers. Here's a really nice Alvin Kamara rookie, low numbered.
Cool.
Right, that's about $40.
Yep, undervalued.
Here's a Score Mahomes, $99. Obviously, he's tearing it up as usual. Here's a Crown Royal Mahomes. All right. And then we've got some auctions that are ending tonight. Lots of basketball. Here's a 1988 Fleer, almost set. It's missing 12 cards. There's about 20 bids on it right now, so that's ending in about an hour and a half or so. Lots of other cards up there. Really appreciate it, Jeff. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, and as you said, there's some auctions ending tonight. Paul, this is an awesome history lesson in football cards, and what I really love is so many of these cards, as you said, really good values. $5, $10. Some of the money for some of the cards going to Toys R Tots, which is awesome as well. So go check out Gridiron Stars on eBay. You can go to ebay.com/trading cards and then click over to the Gridiron Stars page from there. And I'm going to sign off with Paul, but Kelly, keep me on the camera here for a second because I know we got a couple of announcements. I got to announce the winner and that type of thing. But Paul, thank you so much for being part of the virtual holiday. Really appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Okay, all right. So our winner of Paul's 1997 SP Authentic Brett Favre PSA 10, Kurt Melton, whose answer was, of course, the classic game that Favre won for his father against Oakland on that Monday night after his father passed away. That was awesome. So Kurt Melton, congratulations. That card is going to you. Okay, I got a couple of important announcements. If you have not yet registered for the contests tonight, we are going to be picking the winners in about 30 minutes. And folks, I'm talking about National Treasures Basketball 2019-20. I'm talking about Impeccable Football. I'm talking about Mosaic Basketball. I'm talking about crazy breaks that are going to happen at the end of tonight's show. You've got about 30 minutes left to register. And if you have not registered yet, what you have to do is go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on the link to enter Wednesday's contest. It's a new link every day. So even if you did it yesterday, you got to go back today, go to sportscardinvestor.com, go to the virtual page, and then click on the link to enter Wednesday's contest. I also want to make a very important scheduling note for everybody tonight. Listen to this, okay? We're going to go on this show till 11, and we're going to break one of the boxes of National Treasures Basketball. But then at 11 o'clock, we're going to sign off, and we're going to switch over to Instagram on eBay's Instagram feed. At 11:10 tonight, Eastern Time, this is Eastern Time, at 11:10 tonight, we're going to go live on eBay's Instagram feed where we are going to give out the second box of National Treasures Basketball. So the first box we're going to give out on this show, the second box we're going to give out on eBay's Instagram live at 11:10 p.m. tonight Eastern Time. And we have a special guest who is going to be joining us, a guest that you do not want to miss. It is going to be fun, a big name guest who should hopefully be dialing in for that eBay Instagram live stream. We got so much going on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to register for the contest. Make sure to stick around for the break later and then the eBay Instagram live stream after that. 2 boxes of National Treasures Basketball being given away tonight. That's $10,000 right there alone in those 2 boxes that some of you out there are going to win tonight. All right, let's continue on with the virtual.
Hi, it's Darren Ravel, and I love collecting and I love buying things on eBay. Today I want to tell you a story about a card that has captivated the card collecting world over the past 8 months, say, and just kind of what this card means to me and how my work and my researching and my thought kind of rang true with what's going on with the marketplace. So when you go to eBay, when you're thinking about buying a card, you think about what other people are doing, you look at consummated prices, you try to figure out your own theory, and before you buy something, before you win an auction, before you buy it now, you basically have to feel good about it. And there was one card that I particularly felt good about when no one really knew about it, and that's this card. It's the 1994 Bumblebee Tuna Dwayne Johnson, now known as The Rock, card. So when I was thinking about how many cards there are of Dwayne Johnson, I mean, think about him. He is the most popular male on Instagram. The Rock is The Rock. He is potentially a 2024 presidential candidate. There was just not many sports cards that are available. I was not able to find a Canadian Football League card. He was cut pretty much right away. There were some early wrestling cards before he became The Rock, Rocky Maivia cards. But I wanted to get a sports card, and this was the only one. And so what I had to do before buying this, because I saw this on eBay, I had to kind of do the work, and I would encourage all you guys to do your own work. If there's an oddball card, or even if there's a card that everyone knows about, make sure you look up population reports on PSA or other graders, and make sure you do your own work. Don't just follow. And so when I looked at the population report of this card, it was pretty much non-existent. And then I wanted to go back and find out why. Why is this card so hard to get? And it begins with, when you look at it, it says perforated. Now, perforated means that obviously it was part of a sheet or part of something that had to be hand ripped or hand cut. And so I found out it was part of a 1994 University of Miami sheet that was given away as a giveaway. Obviously, Bumblebee Tuna was the sponsor. And it was given away in 1994. And the number that I saw was 20,000. So there was 20,000 sheets given away. And you kind of got to then, back out and say, how many could there be today? And there's a couple extenuating circumstances here which make this card a little bit more valuable. One, there were 2 Hall of Famers as part of that 1994 Miami team. And that was Ray Lewis and Warren Sapp. So why do I mention that? Oh, I mention that because when people are ripping out a sheet, they rip out those cards. And then they throw the rest away. That's the standard thing that they would do. And so I'm thinking about the fact that it took 3 or 4 or 5 years, really, to realize that Dwayne Johnson was The Rock. And that was still only 2000. That was when he was still a wrestler. And that was not when he was the iconic movie star that he is today. When you think about it, you get the 20,000, you think maybe half of those people naturally keep those sheets. And then half of those people rip out Warren Sapp and Ray Lewis. And all of a sudden, you're down to 5,000. And then over time, figure basically 500 to 1,000 sheets are lost every 2 to 5 years. And when you get down to it, you figure, there could only be about, I would say, 200 to 300 of these cards still there in the sheet. Now here comes the hard part. Perforated. Perforated, in order to get a great grade on perforated, the nubs need to be showing. You cannot cut it out perfectly and get a Gem Mint 10. Which means that even if you find the sheet, and sheets are available on eBay, you then have to rip it out perfectly, and you can't cut it. And so there's an additional challenge with getting a 9 or a 10. And so I think there are 30 10s. That card has gone from 1,100 on June 29th, when I, on eBay, bought this card, which was a 9, for $725. This card now goes for $4,500. So again, just over the past 5 months. And what I love about it in the world of scarcity and fake scarcity, right? Fake scarcity by grading companies and by the card companies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. They create the scarcity, and that's obviously been very successful in the card collecting world. But I love true scarcity. I fall in love with true scarcity. And this Dwayne Johnson card, knowing who The Rock is now, knowing who he will be potentially even more in the future, this is a card that, even as I've seen it go up 7 or 8x as I've been holding it just since June 29th, it's very hard for me to figure out how I'm going to sell this because it's just the ultimate story of a card that wasn't supposed to be, that is everything that I love about card.
Everybody, welcome back to the virtual. And that little clip you just saw about cards and coffee is the creation, a brand new card store out on Hollywood Boulevard in LA, and the creation of some very talented people, including one DJ Ski. DJ Ski, welcome back to the virtual.
What's up, Jeff? Congratulations on the success, man. It's been so awesome watching this from the first one to where you are now. So couldn't be happier for what you guys are doing. What you guys do is so impressive, and you guys are the first stop for me whenever I need to check out anything on the sports card side. So
awesome, man. I appreciate it. Well, we had a great conversation when you were on over the summer. I know you were kind of a fan favorite, obviously an extremely well-known guy in the entertainment world, a lot in the music world, but someone who crossed over kind of from music to sneakers and then sneakers to sports cards. And now you've really gone all in, man. You've got a whole entire operation there. Tell us what's going on out there in LA.
It's crazy, man. There's so much going on. So we're here live at Cards and Coffee. We're wanting to create kind of the next generation modern sports card shop, something that really could appeal to a whole new generation of buyers, specifically focused on the youth. So we really created something that's so fun, that feels really cool and very boutique-ish. So we're right on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the heart of where everything is. It's actually downstairs from our Dash Radio studios. So we're in the most famous street in the world, most famous intersection. We have everything from high-end cards for the best boxes. I mean, Bear Bricks, you name it, we've got it covered here, and it's been really fun. So we're very excited to have this. Dan Fleischman came up with the initial idea. He brought myself and Steve Aoki into it, who's a fellow DJ and card enthusiast, as you guys know, and it's been a great run. I mean, we've been open for 2 months and already have crossed over $1 million in sales. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that shows you the heat of the hobby, but that also shows you what you're doing there. It's a really cool store design. One thing I love about what you guys have done, and I haven't had the opportunity to get out there and see it in person yet. I would have been there opening night if it wasn't, we weren't in pandemic world right now, right? But it's a little far to get out there from Atlanta, but I can't wait to get out there next year. But it's from what I've seen, obviously the clips and us talking about it and talking to Dan about it, it seems like you've really built the store around the idea of experience and making sports cards more of an experience, making the store more of an experience rather than just kind of a dusty old card shop. What's it like kind of going into your store?
That's what it's all about. I mean, if you look around, it's phenomenal. I'm going to pan this camera, so apologies if it's a little shaky, but you guys got to see it. So, of course, we have cards. We have our logos and screens. This is what faces the Walk of Fame. As I turn around, you'll see we have this incredible mural that Topps Project 2020 artist Gregory Siff, who's an incredible artist, did. And it covers a lot of things in the hobby. You'll see some of the iconic people, Mantle, Jackie Robinson, a bunch of other things. Over here, you'll see a lot of our Cards and Coffee crew. You guys can all wave. We're actually doing a break, and we've got some great boxes for you guys coming up in a little bit. You can see the Hollywood Walk of Fame behind us. It's really kind of a next generation, modern day trading card shop. We really tried to build something that it wasn't out there, and that can really help bring in a new generation. That's one thing that I'm passionate about, is educating and bringing new people into the hobby that haven't been, I guess, exposed to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned some of your breakers in the background. You guys are doing our break later tonight, the free break we're going to be doing for people watching here.
Do they know what it is yet? Can I show the boxes? Or
sure, show the boxes. Secret? Yeah, I've already told them, but show the boxes off. There you go. We got a little impeccable football, beautiful looking box there.
Ooh, this is
mosaic basketball, very nice.
And hold on,
the big guy. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. Some of you watching tonight are going to win your way. In fact, a lot of you watching tonight, we're going to have 90 winners who are going to win teams in these various boxes tonight. Yeah. So 92 winners, I think, actually, to be exact. So
and I need to enter because I need to win the Timberwolves. So
yes, the Timberwolves are hot. The Timberwolves are hot indeed. So yeah, that's awesome. And so you guys are breaking that tonight. So I know something, even though you have to be there in LA to experience the store in person, one way that people around the world can experience what you're doing is through your breaking operation. And I know you put a little bit of a twist on that, the kind of rethought the concept of breaking to bring a little bit more entertainment into it. Tell us about your breaking operation.
Absolutely. I mean, we are going nonstop behind this. We have a huge space for breaks that pretty much go consistently. I mean, it's happened so quickly that we're beyond sports cards. We're doing Pokemon cards and having specific breaks and channels just for that. We try to be active and create, a real fun environment. It's more than just opening packs. Anybody can do that. We're in LA and we're in Hollywood, and it's all about entertainment. That's what we do. So we wanted to take it to another level and really give that VIP customer service, that excitement, and make it feel like something special. Even if you can't be here, obviously a lot of people can't, not only because they're here, but because of COVID and everything going on. So we tried to really take it up to another level and make it something that anybody can just have a lot of fun with. And that's why I always tell people, if they're getting into the hobby or you want to learn more about what's going on, I'm like, come on Instagram Live right now, click on this anytime, basically from the afternoon through the night, and everybody gets it right away. So we're just trying to add, excitement and fun to the game. And
you're doing it all through Instagram, is that right?
Yeah, Instagram is the spot for us right now. So
that's awesome. Yeah, that's kind of a new spin on it as well. That's very, very cool. Wow, it's awesome you're having so much success. So where do you see this going once we get back to normal times and people can get to the store more accessibly, but also get to concerts and festivals and all that type of thing? Where do you see this all leading?
Yeah, I think that, again, we're still in the very infancy of your kind of sports card market, right? There's so many different things going on and so many new people coming into it. I mean, I've recently been doing this Topps 2020 Project 2020 interview series and interviewing a lot of the artists. Some of them weren't into cards before, and their whole audiences are coming in, jumping in, because they're understanding the value of pieces of art. And that's one cool thing that Topps has done by making even like some of the higher profile, like bigger prints. And I think you're going to see a lot more athletes. As I predicted before, there's more athletes getting in. Recently, it was announced that Kevin Durant, who's been quietly getting in the scene behind the scenes, him and Rich Kleinman made an investment into a brand new company out there, the guys at StarStock. And there's so many new people coming in. There's new artists hitting us up all the time. Here at the shop, I mean, we have people like T. Mills, who's a wildly popular artist, coming by on a consistent basis for, his thing is Pokemon cards. So we're really seeing a whole new demographic and generation of people, and you're going to see even more influences and artists getting into that. I'm starting to hear of a lot more artists and influencers quietly like trying to get in and understand it before they start posting. There's people leveraging things and buying things behind the scene. So, so it should be fun.
Yeah, and obviously you would be on the front lines of a lot of that stuff. You've got you've made a lot of great, wonderful connections for yourself over the years from your ventures, particularly the music business, and that's where it's that collision of kind of the music culture and art and all those types of areas with the hobby that could really cause this thing to ratchet up to the next level. And people ask me, why, Jeff, are you so enthusiastic about investing in pieces of cardboard, and why do you think we're not at the peak now? Why do you think this is going to continue to go level after level? And a lot of times I give them the reason of I think we're only seeing the beginning of a lot of pop culture influencers get in touch with the hobby, and then the more that happens, the more people get exposed to it, and the more people get exposed to it, the more mainstream it becomes, and of course the more money that comes in, and then it just fuels the entire thing.
Totally. There's so much coming into it, and I'm putting my money where my mouth is. We recently launched a whole sports card related fund where we're not only buying cards, but investing in the businesses that are being built around that. And I'm doing that with the brothers Carter and Courtney, who run M13, which is, maybe one of the top 3 investment firms in LA. They were the first investors in Snap and Lyft, and they see the momentum and things happening in this space. So it's all happening, and I'm a believer. I still feel like it reminds me, as we talked about last time, so much of what happened in the sneaker world very early on, except the card scene seems to have a lot more velocity, and it's I think it's more accessible.
Yeah, it is. That's it's really awesome. So obviously when we talked about this several at the last virtual, you hadn't opened the store yet. You had just you had been obviously buying cards and kind of getting into it, but you hadn't officially. In fact, I think you used the virtual to say, "Hey, I'm here.
Jeff.
I'm right. I'm getting into the card game." And now here we are, only a few months later from the summer's virtual, and you got a store open, you got breakers going 24/7, you got all kinds of stuff happening. What is next for DJ Ski?
I mean, we're so excited. So on the sports card side, we of course have Cards and Coffee and the Coffee Breakers, which is doing just far beyond even our initial expectations. As I mentioned, we have a fund. I launched my own podcast. So we have the Ski Sports Card Show podcast, where we're interviewing different players and athletes and artists. We did a whole thing with Topps around the Project 2020 artist interview series. There's a lot of other things coming that we're working on too. Everything from experiences and events. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, literally next door we have Deadmau5 performing in 9 minutes. We had Snoop on last night. We had Cascade. So that's all happening too right next to this card shop. So they're all coming through, and everybody's like looking and believing and kind of seeing what's happening. So everybody is well aware of what's happening. And I just want to kind of bring in a new generation and make it accessible to other people too. It's not just about the super high-end cards and that. There is that market, obviously, but we want to make this fun, and anybody can go buy a pack. We want to make it super easy to come and do a break, to buy a team, to buy your way in, and you can buy a slot in a Nationals treasure box without having to spend the actual price on it. And we just want to be fun. And for me, it's about introducing this hobby, and it's just an excuse to watch more sports and get more involved, if nothing else.
Right.
So.
I mean, look, if you're going to invest in something, like, do you really want to buy like stock in like Waste Management or like, some healthcare conglomerate? Or do you want to go buy a LeBron James refractor rookie card? I mean, come on, like it's so much more fun.
Speak of the devil, right?
Speaking of LeBron James refractor rookie card, how did you have that? What do you walk around with LeBron James refractors in your pockets? What's going on?
Exactly, that's how we do at Cards and Coffee. No, I pulled it out. I had to pull out a couple special things, so just coincidental. We read minds, Jeff. So
I appreciate it. Well, that is one that I am chasing. I actually tried to. A PSA 10 of that card. I was negotiating with a guy on eBay, and I was, I guess, a little too cheap, and he sold it to somebody else, and then prices have jumped up. So that's
crazy.
What happens sometimes.
We'll try to cross this one over. It's a 9.5. So
that's nice. That's nice. What else you got there? If you got that one to show us, you must have a couple others here too.
A couple smaller things. So for you. We'll do a couple Atlanta things, right?
I like that. Very nice. Trae
Young and Acuna. Nice, I actually like buying baseball right now, as it's kind of a downtime, and I think that I'm still super bullish on baseball overall. As everybody's kind of gravitated towards basketball, football, I still love baseball for that. And then this card has just seen over the past couple weeks so much explosion. It's crazy, and we're starting to see heat again. On a lot of people are asking about this, especially the new generation that are just getting into cards. Mm-hmm. This is an iconic card to them because they recognize that pose. It's branded Nike. It's oversized, so it's like a piece of art. So we're starting to see just a tremendous amount of excitement for that.
So are you doing? You got key cards like that on display in your store? Do you have people who come in and they buy the singles? Is that the type of single you try to have there?
Yeah, we're trying to make everything that we sell graded, or obviously breaks and boxes. Just because it's too much to keep up with the other, all the kind of raw and singles, it's a little bit of a challenge. So we decided, look, we can only focus on one thing, and that's one thing that I advise everybody in this hobby, right? You can choose the areas that you focus on, because otherwise you can drown, because there's so many different layers and sub ways to get into it. So we try to focus in the store on all pre-graded or cards that are already graded, and obviously boxes and breaks.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I know you got to get out of here in just a minute. You got big things happening, but tell us, for people who want to check out, tell us a little more about that podcast and how people can check that out.
Yeah, so we started doing a sports card minute that airs on all the terrestrial AM FM sports talk stations around the country, where 1 minute a day we talk about different things. And in fact, Jeff in Sports Card Investor does 1 minute a week where you break down the top 3 cards. So so grateful for you for doing that. And it started with that, and we just got such demand and people wanted to hear more. So since we are, and I'm a radio company and we have podcast networks and we're content creators, it just made sense for us to turn it into a podcast. And ultimately, we're going to turn this into a full radio show and a whole network on Dash. And we really want to build kind of a really something that is highly curated on the sports card side for what you'll hear on that station. So, of course, we're going to get your show on there. And, we're going to create more content. We've got a video series we're doing. We just shot some stuff with Deshaun Watson and Bleecker Street guys. And there's just all these other cool people coming around. Like Deshaun's all into cards. He did a collaboration with King Saladin. So there's so many things happening. So I'm just trying to stay in the middle of it, have fun, and really leverage the platform that I have to bring in a whole new demographic and a whole new audience to this world.
Hearing these stories just fills me with excitement and optimism, Ski. I love it. I'm sure the audience is feeling the exact same way.
You are the man, Jeff. I appreciate everything that you do. I mean, what you've done in putting together this virtual is nothing short of amazing. And shout out to you guys and eBay and everybody that's helping put this on. So, and I'm excited for you guys to open these up. I can't wait to see what's in here.
Yeah, well, I can't either. Tell your breakers to pull us some fire tonight, okay? We got to make some audience members really happy. We got to make this some happy holidays for some of our audience. Awesome, Ski. Hey, Ski, thank you so much for joining, man. I'll let you get on with it, but it's been a pleasure and look forward to keeping that connection going.
Come on, of course. Thank you guys so much. And big shout to Kelly. She's been incredible behind the scenes. So the whole Sports Card Investor crew. And shout to everybody in the chat, too. I see you guys chatting back there. So we appreciate all the support and love. So thank you again, Jeff.
Awesome. Thanks, Ski. Take care, man.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. I wanted to give a special shout out to Darren Rovell, who did our story time tonight. I didn't have the opportunity to introduce him before he went into the story time, but as many of you know, Darren Rovell is a very well-known sports business reporter, covers sports gambling, covers sports cards, a great follow on Twitter. And I'm excited to announce that tomorrow night, Darren Rovell will be back on the show. I'll be doing an interview with him, and he's also going to be our celebrity breaker tomorrow night. So tomorrow night, we are giving away some more amazing boxes, including 2017 Prism Basketball First Off the Line. You can enter tomorrow again, and Darren Rovell will actually be doing the breaks at the end of the evening tomorrow night and giving out that 2017 Prism First Off the Line box, as well as some other really awesome boxes that we're going to be giving out tomorrow. So lots of good stuff there happening tomorrow. And of course, I will remind you that at the conclusion of tonight's show is when we're going to be going out to Cards and Coffee to do those breaks. We're going to be announcing the winners in a little bit here. And then we're going to go out and do that amazing break. And then after this show ends at 11, we are going to move over to eBay's Instagram. We're going live on eBay's Instagram at 11:10 to give out a second box of National Treasures. So once the show ends, go over to eBay's live Instagram at 11:10 to join us again for the second National Treasures giveaway. You must be watching to win. And a special guest who might be joining us. But we have a very special guest right now who we want to welcome as well. I'm excited about this segment because this is Sports Card Investor. we spend a lot of time talking about sports cards, but there have been other segments of the trading card hobby that have been every bit as hot, if not hotter, than sports cards. And Pokemon and gaming cards are other segments that have been exploding recently. And I'll be the first to admit that while I am a casual fan of Pokemon, and I've got a son that's got quite a massive collection, I'm not a big investor in Pokemon, but I'm seeing that a lot of our sports card audience is wanting to learn more about Pokemon. Some already have pretty significant investments in Pokemon and other gaming cards. And so we're all going to learn a little more about this, as well as see some awesome products from our next guest. We're going to bring in Rusty from TCA Gaming, which is an awesome online store. And welcome Rusty. You're live with us now. Welcome to the virtual holiday.
Hey y'all.
Absolutely. And so Rusty has a great operation focused on gaming cards. So Rusty, let's start by talking gaming cards a little bit. The what's been going on with gaming cards over the last year? What have you seen, and where is this whole thing going?
Well, at the beginning of the year, I mean, you could have pretty much bought anything that was related to Pokemon and seen a price increase as long as it was relatively vintage. You know, vintage in Pokemon is just like 20 years ago. You know, it's nothing like in sports, you know, where you got vintage going all the way back, you know, almost a century or so. I mean, but with Pokemon itself, at the beginning of the year, take the big dog, which is the first edition PSA 10 Charizard. I bought one of those for $40,000. And now you see just last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, we had one in near 300 grand. So, I mean, that's a 6 times price increase just over the course of this year. And, you know, a lot of prices are settling for some of the items that aren't as rare, like the base sealed unlimited stuff right now. But, I mean, we're still seeing record prices for a lot of the high-end, truly scarce items.
Yeah, it's been an absolutely incredible year for Pokemon, just as it has been for sports cards. I mean, there's a lot of parallels there to how hot things have become, for sure. What outside of Pokemon, what about other types of gaming cards? Are there other cards to keep an eye on, or is most of your focus on Pokemon these days?
Most of my focus is on Pokemon. I do dabble in Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh as well. Magic, I've seen a lot of the prices kind of just stay the same with the older stuff, but and a lot of that's tied to them playing in card shops too, and COVID really affected that because they're really based on playability. And there has been increases on the Yu-Gi-Oh side. I mean, this time last year, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is kind of like the Charizard for Yu-Gi-Oh, it was about $9,000 or so, and it's seen an increase of about 5 times or 5x. It may even be more than that. I don't keep up with it as much, but I have seen significant increases on the vintage Yu-Gi-Oh as well. But still, Pokemon has seen the best increases overall for across the board.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And so tell us a little bit more about what Pokemon is like today. You know, it seems like they're coming out with new products often now, and you go into you can find Pokemon in retail at least you know, I don't know if you can find the good stuff in retail, but you can find it in retail, unlike sports cards right now. So what is it like is there value in the new stuff, and what should someone who's kind of looking at the new Pokemon products coming out keep an eye out for?
Well, there is value in the new stuff, and in fact, a lot of the stuff gets sold out pretty much immediately. Like the newest set released right now is Vivid Voltage, and they're already having to do a reprint, but right now, most of the major distributors, they are completely sold out. And so whereas box prices normally, they're about $15 more than what you can buy them wholesale for, they're actually over their original MSRP. So, I mean, they're almost twice as much as what you would buy from a distributor for. But there are lots of products that come out that really aren't as good. But for the most part, you can go to Walmart and just about buy anything Pokemon related, and you're going to be doing just fine. You can open up the product and you can grade a lot of things. The biggest constraint really is like time with PSA grading and different things like that because of all the delays that can come through because of stuff like COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you do grading. I should mention to the audience that last night we announced a partnership here with Joe Davis at GotBaseballCards.com. We now have our own sports card investor grading service, which people can find out about by going to sportscardinvestor.com and click grading. And as part of that, we actually do gaming cards. We actually do Pokemon. Do you do a lot of grading yourself, or do you do it through third parties?
Yes, I do a lot of grading myself. Just today, I sent off a box of 9,000 cards just to get them graded.
There you go.
I've got a ton sitting at PSA right now, but I mean, you almost can't lose if you're willing to sit on it and to sell the stuff. But a lot of the popular stuff, people are they're eager to get their hands on it right now, and I think right now if you have slabs, you're pretty much king if you're trying to sell.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of slab cards out there for sure. Wow, 9,000 cards in one order. That's gonna be sitting at PSA for a while.
Probably, yeah.
Man, they got quite the backlog there. All right, so before we get into some of the cards and boxes and that type of stuff you're going to show and sell tonight, how did you get into dealering? Tell us that story.
You're talking about like just kind of partnering with eBay?
Yeah, partnering with eBay, and how did you even get started to kind of begin with? Like, what got you going in this, and how did you get partnered with eBay?
So I guess for Pokemon itself, I just started kind of doing it while I was in college, as a side thing. And by the time I graduated in 2012, it was going to pay better than the field that I was going to go into, which was high school math teaching. And I wanted to scale it, and I realized getting into the newer stuff would kind of help with that. But my passion was with the vintage stuff. And really this year, somebody within eBay, I guess they took notice and they reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to partner up with eBay and try to help push growth and really push this category. And I took a risk with it, and honestly, it's paid off, I think, on both ends.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. That's really good. So tell us about that eBay partnership. What does that look like?
Honestly, I really enjoy it because I get to work directly with, a representative rather than having to get on. Everybody's who's sold on eBay, they've called in before and had those long waits. And, sometimes you don't really know who you're talking to. But, working directly with people that can change stuff, you actually get to, impact different areas of the selling community. Like if I see a bug, I reach out to them and I say, hey, this is what's going on. Usually I see it fixed very quickly. And, Kelly, who's, working with, this program, it's been really nice. She's been really quick about getting stuff done. And even with the charity, she's been really trying to get, everything on all the logistics put together, with the Aoki Foundation, which is the charity that I'm going to be working with, for any sales that come from this.
Yeah, awesome. And yeah, eBay's been great in there. We had Nicole, who heads the trading card division of eBay, on last night, and I know that they are very in tune with what the kind of the direction things are going and what customers want and the feedback they're getting from buyers and sellers. So they're trying to make the experience a lot better for everybody involved. So there's lots of great things happening with eBay throughout trading cards, gaming cards, sports cards, all that kind of thing. So anyway, all right, well, let's get to some cards. And I know Steve Aoki, obviously DJ Ski just referenced him. He has gotten into sports cards big time in recent months. He's also big time into Pokemon. And so you're going to give some of your sales to his foundation tonight. He's got a great foundation. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Good. Well, let's get to seeing some of what you got. And I will mention to everybody that on our website, if you go to sportscardinvestor.com and you click the virtual 2020, TCA Gaming has a dealer page. You can see everything that TCA Gaming is showing tonight, along with direct links to see the product and buy the product on eBay.
Cool. So I don't know if I'll get through everything that I put in here, but we'll just see how far it gets through. The first thing I'm going to start off with some of the lower end stuff. So right here, let me see. Can you guys see that? Let me pull it back a little bit.
There we go. Perfect.
All right. So this is one of the first sealed. This came from one of the first sealed 10s in Pokemon. It's a Pikachu number 12, number 13. It's a PSA graded 10, and it's priced out at $400. Now, this particular card, if you're not familiar with the sealed pack grading kind of deal, that's basically what this is. It's not grading the condition of the card. It's grading the sealed pack itself. This is Generation 3. It's one of those cards. It's kind of like a low risk, low reward kind of deal. It's not like a really big name card. Next up we have right here. This is a Zapdos. It's from the original base set. It's just the Unlimited Edition. This isn't your first edition. This isn't your Shadowless. This is just your regular Unlimited, and it's priced out at $199.99. Put this one over here. Next up, this is one of those newer type cards. What is it? 2017. This comes from Shining Legends, and this set was kind of to mimic one of the older sets, the Neo Destiny. This is the first time we had gotten Shinings back in the name, and that's a graded 10, and it's $399.99. In fact, this is part of one of the new sets that's coming out. You've got Shining Legends, you've got Hidden Fates. Coming early at the beginning of this next year, we're going to have this set called Shining Fates, and it's like a combination of both of those two sets. It's got a lot of hype around that set. Next up, we have, so this is actually the very first promo. It's a Wizards of the Coast Black Star promo. It's called the Ivy Pikachu, and that's just, for some reason, they would give different nicknames to the different cards like that. But this one's priced out at $399.99. In the Wizards of the Coast Black Star promos, it was really just like the first promo set that come out. Now, next up we have, this is a Clefable. It's PSA 9. It's first edition. It's from the Jungle set. Jungle was the second set ever released, and in general, the hollows in this set, they're pretty tough to get into a 10. Like, you see a big jump in price from a 9 to a 10. Next up, this is also from the original base set. It's just the Unlimited. It's a Mint 9, and it's a Mewtwo. This one's priced out at, let me see where this one's at $299.99. We've got another card from the original base set, Raichu. It's a Mint 9, and it's also $299.99. Now, this card was kind of unique. I'm going to give a little bit of history on it. This is a Dark Raichu. It's from the Team Rocket set. It's unlimited. It's a Mint 9, and the price is $499.99. And the reason it's a little different is because this is actually the technical first secret rare for Pokemon, and it was supposed to be released, well, on the Japanese side, it was released in Neo Discovery, which is several sets later. It's not even Generation 1, it's Generation 2. But this is actually Generation 1, so it was moved up. I'm not exactly sure why it was moved up so many sets, but a lot of people do collect it. They used to think that, there's different things on here. They used to think that the 83 out of 82 was an error. The Pikachu background is a little darker. It actually says put Pikachu on Raichu instead of Dark Raichu on the card. So some people would call it like a triple error, but really that's just all standard for each one of them. Now, next up we have a Sabrina's Gengar. This is from the Gym Hero set. It's unlimited. It's PSA 9. And this artwork is actually altered from the Japanese side. On the Japanese side, you can see a graveyard here in the background, but there was one of many artworks that was technically banned on the Japanese side, so they changed it on the English side. Here we've got one of the starters. You've got the Erica's Venusaur. It's unlimited, Mint 9, and this is from Gym Heroes. I don't think I said the prices on some of these. This one right here, that one was $499.99. Now, this right here, this is Meganium. It's first edition, Mint 9. It's from the Neo Genesis set. Now, the Neo Genesis was similar to base set, but for Generation 2. This is when the second wave of Pokemon kind of come out. And honestly, a lot of people started jumping off of the bandwagon with this stuff, but now it's one of the most iconic sets because it has a lot of big name Pokemon like the Lugia, Typhlosion, and several others. Meganium was...
Was Lugia in the first year of Pokemon? Was he in 1999, or did he debut in 2000?
He come out in 2000. Yeah, it would have been 2000. It would probably been late 2000 with Neo Genesis.
Okay.
He is like number 249 or 250 or something like that. So he was in the second wave. He was at the very end of Gen 2.
So that's a Lugia rookie card then. If we have Lugia from 2000 as a Lugia rookie card, whereas some of the other guys, it might be their second year card because they were in the 99 set and now they're back in the second year set. Am I creating this parallel proper?
Kind of.
Okay, kind of. I'll stop with my sports card analogies then.
This is the Lugia.
Okay.
Like, really, the rookie cards are the first editions versus the unlimited. And the first edition stamp is kind of like over here. This is Generation 2. It's like, this is the rookie card for Lugia. Like, that was actually the rookie card for Meganium. It was the first time that it ever made an appearance on the English side. But it wasn't in the first generation of Pokemon. Like, new Pokemon come out kind of like more people, I guess, get into the NBA or something. So they have their own debut in different years, if that makes sense.
It does. And that's what I was asking about. Like, if there was a first of these, does that make it more valuable that it's the first time that character ever appeared in a Pokemon set?
Yeah, I mean, it does for this Lugia. This is the one that everyone really wants. In fact, I'm going to show these 5 items next because they're the ones that are in auction that are ending tonight at 11 o'clock. And this is probably going to be the one highest priced. This is a BGS 9.5 with 3 9.5 subgrades and then 1 9 subgrade. So it's the lowest Gem Mint 9.5. I believe it was sitting at like $8,500 or so earlier today, but that's because the PSA 10 just ended on PWCC for like $129,000 or something like that. So there's a big gap because so many people are chasing that 10. Now, I've got 5 cards in auction. That was one of them. This is another one. This is the Arbok FPO card. These are like test samples. I personally bought almost all of the FPO cards that are out there from the Wizards of the Coast, a designer who saved them from the shredder. He pulled them out from the shredder and he sold them to me many years later for a cheap price, and now a lot of them are graded. PSA doesn't grade them anymore, but BGS does, and CGC I believe they do as well. But this is a Mint 9. I believe it's sitting at about $900 or so, and one ended a few weeks ago for about $2,000. That same grade, so I mean it may go up in price. And then this is one of those cards also from that set. It's Ampharos, and the reason they're called FPOs, I don't know if you can see it on.
Yeah, it says on the screen. Yeah, 4 position only.
And that's all it really was. And there's actually there's the word medium down here in the corner, and the copyrights are slightly different. So it's just an alter test card. I guess it was just for position. And these are the 2. I've got 2 sealed products that's going to be going into auction. One is this. This is the original base set starter theme deck display. This is the starter deck display. So you get 8 sealed starter decks. All of them have a Machamp inside of them. And usually what people ask is, are the decks shadowless? And shadowless is just referring to, does it have a 3D shadow on the picture, if you open up the cards inside? Because when we were looking at these, like this is Raichu. This one has a shadow, on this side of the picture. And that was just something that was added to a later print to it. Now, with the theme decks, there's really no way to know for sure. There are indicators that you can, if it had gold strips, they would be shadowless, but without the gold strips, it's a toss-up. And the indicators are usually, does it have Wizards of the Coast logos? These do, so that means it was probably a later print. And then also on the bottom, you'll see several different, just like writing dates and country codes. And usually if it's shadowless, it only has these up here at the top. So this probably indicates that this is going to just be a regular shadowed unlimited theme deck display box, or the starter deck display. But we also have the starter, or the theme decks as well, and inside of these is actually 4 different decks. You've got the Overgrowth, Brushfire, Zap, and the Blackout, and then there's 2 of each of those decks. So those would be like the original decks, pre-constructed decks that you could buy from a store and that you could play with. And those would be the 5 auctions that will definitely be ending tonight. All right. Next up, we have a Poliwrath. This is from the Japanese base set, and this one's graded 10. What's ironic about the Japanese side of things is under all of the Wizards of the Coast sets, which is base through Skyridge, or on the English side, base through Skyridge, all of them had first edition other than the e-readers, and then after that they didn't have first edition on any of the sets. So base through Neo Destiny, Gen 1 and Gen 2 mostly had first editions, but on the Japanese side, the same sets, none of them had first edition. So there was no technical first edition for the Japanese base set. Now, it did come years before, and there are people who consider the no rarities, which means it doesn't have a star symbol on the bottom, the technical first edition for Japanese base set. But overall, there are no first edition stamped cards for the Japanese base through Neo Destiny. And then once it gets to Expedition, then it switches over, and they actually start having first edition stamps, which that's where on the English side they stop having first edition. Next up, we have a Jolteon. This is one of the more popular cards for Jungle that come out, and that's because it evolves from Eevee. You have Eevee, which evolves into Flareon, Jolteon, or Vaporeon. There's a lot of fans of the Eevee, but Jolteon is usually one of the most popular holographic cards from the Jungle set. And what's unique about this one is that it actually doesn't have the Jungle symbol at the bottom right-hand corner right here. And this was done on an entire print run of the Unlimited. And actually, I've got 2 of those available right there. Next up, we have a Pokemon Trader. Now, this wouldn't be that expensive of a card. It's a Gem Mint 10. But if you look on the back side, it actually has this red border. And inside of it says Trainer Deck B. So what that means is it would come from one of the original 2 Trainer decks. There was a Trainer Deck A, which featured a non-holographic base set Blastoise, and that was Trainer Deck B. Trainer Deck A had the non-holographic Unlimited Machamp. Trainer Deck A is much more rare, but Trainer Deck B is still. Both of these decks are very rare to find. So any card that you can get in a Gem Mint 10 usually brings a premium. Next up, we have a pre-release Clefable. This one is graded at a 7. And if you've ever looked at the pop for Pokemon pre-release Clefables, there are 0 10s that have ever been graded. There have been a few 9s, but for the most part, all of them have this little like edging issue that goes around the corners. But it still is a very expensive card because it's the first pre-release card that was publicly released. There's a lot of...
What I'm learning here tonight is Pokemon's very complicated. There are many different nuances, right, to the different sets, the different types of cards. Is it, shadowed or shadowless? Is it, this edition or that edition? And there's a lot to it. And I mean, not unlike sports cards. I mean, that's one of the complicating things right now with sports cards, with new people getting in the hobbies. You actually have to study it. There's so many different sets, and even within a set, even if someone says, well, just go buy Prism, well, there's so many different variations and, that type of thing, right? It can be a little bit complicated. How long did it take you to kind of ramp up on Pokemon, and somebody who doesn't know a whole lot about it but wants to kind of start dabbling in it, where would you recommend they start?
Well, I would start with things that you're going to be interested in, because if you're naturally interested in, a subject, you're going to continue to look at it. You're going to continue to try to delve into, what you're actually buying and what you're selling, because a lot of this stuff you just figure out just from getting online, reading forums. Like I go to E4 a lot. That's, if you've ever seen the #1 Pikachu Illustrator, the Pikachu Illustrator by S.M. Pratt, he created the site E4, and there's a lot of information that you can get on there and just find out. But a lot of it, you just have to, if you don't have an interest in it, then you're not naturally going to go out and just read an article on, why there's so many different base set Pikachus. I mean, you've got first edition, you got first edition Red Cheeks, you got first edition Yellow Cheeks, you've got Unlimited Red Cheeks, Unlimited Yellow Cheeks, E3 Red Cheeks, you got E3 Shadowless, you got 1990. I mean, there's like a dozen just Pikachus from base set, and they all have the exact same picture on there. But unless you really want to, just gravitate towards that stuff that's a little bit harder to find, you're not going to want to just continue going for it.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, go with what you're passionate about, right? For sure, 100%. And that fueled me getting back into sports cards. A few years back. That my passion for sports, my passion for collecting when I was a kid, and wanting to rediscover it now. Yeah, totally get that. But reading the forums, good suggestion. Same could certainly be said. Same could certainly be true for sports cards as well.
Right.
And I know we're going to see some more cards here, Rusty, but I'm curious as well in terms of wax. You got a lot of wax behind you. Do you sell a lot of wax, or do you mainly concentrate on selling singles?
I used to sell a lot more sealed product, but now I'm finding when I can, I set it back for myself, because that's the stuff that I just really enjoy collecting. Like my top things that I like to collect are uncut sheets. I love uncut sheets. I mean, they display well. They tell a lot of history behind the cards. I love sealed boxes. As far as I know, I was the very first person in the world to have a complete sealed box collection, and that included the variants, and that was for Pokemon. And a lot of these boxes, I mean, you really have to search out for. Like I was saying, your base set, I mean, it has a lot of different variations. I mean, just that bottom row, most of those base set boxes are different, but they're all English release.
Oh, we had a hiccup. 1 second here. Oh. See if we can get Rusty back on here. Looks like we just hiccuped up for a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good, Rusty. We lost you for just a second there, but you were good. We were just talking about the rarity of some of those boxes and how difficult they can be to track down.
Yeah, I mean, it took a while for a lot of these boxes to get, but I mean, probably some of the hardest ones were like these rare, like the rare red logos from Fossil set that come only in Australia. I mean, by chance, I was able to get that one from someone else who said, "Hey, this just popped up." I mean, it was done as a counterfeiting, type deal. Like to prevent counterfeiting, they put red logos for Pokemon. Like instead of it being yellow, the same Pokemon, it was in red, and that's one of the rarest boxes out there to find out, but not many people know about it too. It's one of those things that just doesn't have exposure.
Yeah. Wow. Very, very cool. All right, we got about 4 or 5 minutes left here, Rusty. So let's see some more Pokemon.
All right. Let me throw in a few of these here at the end. So I know some of you are probably wanting more of like the first edition base set stuff. So we do have some of these. You got like. This is one of the cheaper holographics in a Mint 9 condition. This is the Nidoking. I think it's priced at about $3,000. For those of you who are Pikachu fans, we've got, this is a Red Cheeks, which is basically, it's got a little red cheek right here. It's one of the variations for base set. This is a Mint 9. We've got a Mewtwo, probably one of the more expensive Mint 9 base set first edition holos. I think it's priced at $8,000 or $9,000. We've got a Magneton, Mint 9, same. You got the first edition Shadowless. Got Hitmonchan, same thing, Mint 9.
And Rusty, I think you've got a giveaway for us tonight. Is that right?
Yes, I do. The two items that I'm giving away are a Team Rocket Devastation Seal theme deck and a Power Reserve Jungle theme deck.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your generosity on giving both of those away. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask in the chat for people to tell me their favorite Pokemon character and why it's their favorite Pokemon character. We're going to pull two of those out here in just a moment and give those two away. You said it was a Rocket deck, and then what was the other one?
It was a Power Reserve from Jungle and then Devastation from Team Rocket.
All right, Devastation from Team Rocket and Power Reserve from Jungle. Excellent. Cool. All right, you can keep on going.
All right. Next up, we have a Clefairy. This is first edition PSA 9 base set. This is one of the fan favorites. You got like a Dark Gengar. This is from Neo Destiny's first edition Gem Mint 10. Here's a card that's kind of newer. This is a staff Charizard from the pre-release, and this is for Vivid Voltage, so the very newest staff card. I believe I've got two of those, and these are both Gem Mint 10. I think they're priced around $3,000 or so, but that could be a little off. Next up, we have a Gold Star Charizard. This is BGS 9. Just got this one back. I believe the subgrades are got 9.5, 9.5, 8.5, and then a 9. Next up, we have, it's right here, we've got a Blastoise. This is first edition PSA 9. Seen a little bit of this price has settled a little bit, but I think it's still sitting around about $12,000 to $15,000 right now, so it's not doing too bad. And then I've got a handful of other items, but I'm going to just finish up on this one. You just stop me when you need me to. This is actually a sealed Skyridge booster box. And now this has had two recent sales, one on eBay for $50,000, and then another one, I believe it was on Heritage Auctions, where it was another auction site. And I believe after you add in the buyer premium, it comes to about $60,000 or so. And I have mine priced right now, it's as of a few hours ago, it was the only one. It's $69,900. It was basically $70,000. And this is also included in the charity thing. So if somebody does purchase this one, it'd be a nice donation to the Aoki Foundation. But if you look at the box, it's in really nice shape. I'm just going to kind of show it to you because you don't want to spend that kind of money without seeing the kind of condition that it's in. And the reason this has always been a very popular Wizards of the Coast set is because not only is the box beautiful, and it's from Wizards of the Coast, but it's Skyridge, which is the very last Wizards of the Coast printed set. And for Pokemon collectors, that's almost everything. That's like the golden era of what you collect and what you're trying to buy. And Skyridge has just kind of been one of those elusive sets. It's always been in the top 5 for Pokemon for like the top 5 most expensive boxes. Even, pretty much since it went out of stock. I believe it was DA Card World, or it might have been Blowout Cards. I feel like they had pallets and pallets. And I got my box for like $200 back in the day. And then I bought a few more since then, but I remember getting it right before their pallet ran out, and then the price just skyrocketed. But also within the set, it's got crystals, which are like these really nice secret rares that are unique to this set, and Charizard is one of them. And if you get that card in a PSA 10, it's over $20,000. There's been some sales over $25,000 recently, and the print quality is great. It's got unique artwork. I can't really say enough about Skyridge. It's one of my favorite sets, and I really enjoy it. But it's kind of one of those things where I hope the box sells, but then again, if it didn't, I'd be happy to sell it.
Well, we appreciate you putting that up tonight with a portion of the proceeds of what you're selling tonight going to the Aoki Foundation. That is awesome. And again, let's remind everybody, they can find all of this on eBay, and they can get directly to a lot of these items by going to sportscardinvestor.com, clicking on the virtual, and then clicking on the TCA Gaming page. And it will take you to a lot of these items. You can also go to ebay.com/trading cards and find your way to TCA Gaming from there. This has been awesome, Rusty. I want to announce the winners of your giveaway as well. One of our winners, the winner of the the Team Rocket box. Devastation Team Rocket. That is going to go to TieBug1. TieBug1 says Raichu is the best. So TieBug1, you're going to get that Team Rocket Devastation box.
Power Reserve Jungle.
And we also have one other one to give away, which we don't have the winner for yet. But as soon as we get another name from my team here, we're going to give away the other box. But this has been awesome, Rusty. Thank you so much for joining, and you got an awesome selection of stuff there.
All right, it's been my pleasure.
Absolutely. And the other winner, I just got handed it. The other winner was, I think that's Aiden Ayala. Aiden Ayala, who likes Diglett because he looks funny. There you go. There's a reason for everyone to like everything. And if you won tonight, get in touch at help@sportscardinvestor.com by email. Rusty, thanks so much, man. We're glad to support your store, and thanks for supporting the Aoki Foundation.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care. Whoa, ho, ho, ho! My team and I here at Sports Card Investor have a special holiday gift for you. As thanks for watching the virtual holiday, we are making our Market Movers data platform available for you to use 100% free this week. It is open for you from now until Friday. Market Movers is the best way for you to track your sports card collection and maximize your profit. Market Movers tracks more than 10,000 cards to give you detailed pricing information and market intelligence. And now through Friday, you can try Market Movers for free, and you don't even have to enter any credit card information. Simply go to sportscardinvestor.com and click on Market Movers in the main menu bar. Again, go to sportscardinvestor.com right now and click Market Movers. It's our way of saying happy holidays to all of you from our team here at Sports Card Investor. All right, welcome back to the virtual, everybody. That was fun, learning a little bit about Pokemon. But we're going to get back to sports cards now, and we're going to learn a little bit about. We're going to talk a little bit about the sports card market. We're even going to talk a little bit about hockey cards. Hockey cards have been something that hasn't yet been addressed on the virtual holiday, but we are about to turn that around right now with our next guest, because we are going to bring in Jeremy Lee from Sports Card Live. Many of you may have seen Jeremy's show, and welcome, Jeremy. We've got you live now. Welcome to the virtual holiday.
Thank you, Jeff. Really happy to be here with you today.
Absolutely. And Jeremy's got a great show on YouTube going live Wednesday and Saturday nights, bringing all kinds of great guests on. Tell us a little bit about Sports Card Live, Jeremy.
Sure, Jeff. Well, I started the show back in April of 2020 here, kind of born out of the whole pandemic. And it was just, I created after being encouraged from some fellow collectors and hobbyists to do it. And, I didn't intend it, but it very quickly became a long form live streaming interview show. Like you said, it streams Wednesday and Saturday nights. And it's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of great guests on the show so far. We've had 67 episodes. You've been my guest on one of them. I've had Dr. James Beckett, Brian Grayleaf, CEO, staff from the card companies, the grading companies, and the fractional ownership companies. Really covered the whole gamut of the hobby. So it's been a lot of fun. I've really been enjoying it so far.
Yeah, and when you say a long format show, you are not kidding. You go 2 hours, and then sometimes you go into overtime, where you go a little bit beyond 2 hours. And what's really unique about that format is it gives you the opportunity to really dig in with the guest, right? And I enjoyed going on because I actually had several people who are listeners to Sports Card Investor, watch all of our episodes, who contacted me and said they actually thought our conversation on Sports Card Live was one of the most informative pieces they had ever seen in terms of me talking. And it was because it was such a long format that we were able to cover such a variety of topics and delve in more deeply than perhaps you could in a more highly produced, 20-minute type of YouTube show like what we commonly do on this channel.
Yeah, exactly. And that's my goal. I'm familiar with your videos. I've been watching them from the beginning when you started. And, I kind of wanted to take a different angle and show my audience, and hopefully your audience as well, a different side of you, really the collector in you and your history in the hobby. And that's been my approach with all of my guests. I like to really make sure that, number one, they're comfortable during the interview, during the discussion, and that the audience comes away feeling like they know the individual who may be behind a brand or a company, but that they get to know that individual a little bit better than they did before. And so far, it's been pretty successful in accomplishing that.
Yeah, it's a good show. So you go live Wednesday and Saturday nights, and you go on YouTube, and I assume the best way for people to find you is it simply to search Sports Card Live on YouTube?
Yeah, it's actually Sports Cards Live, so they're both plural, but don't worry, a lot of people make that mistake. Yeah, Sports Cards Live on YouTube, that's the name of the channel. Of course, I'm on Instagram and Twitter. We have a Facebook group, and I recently started, actually in August, I started a second show on the channel called After Hours, because on Saturday nights, even after 2 hours, the viewers still wanted more and more time. So instead of making it a 3-hour show, I thought, well, we'll start again, bring on a new guest, and kind of change the feel of it a little bit. I sit back, I relax, and it's more just chill hobby talk. We get into some really interesting topics, and it's a lot of fun. And then even just earlier this month, I started a third show on the channel called I finally went short form, Jeff. I went short form. It's called Sports Cards Live Recorded. Doesn't make much sense, but I get a kick out of the name. And I show cards from my personal collection. So far, there's only 3 or 4 videos up, but I will talk about my reaction to hobby happenings, hobby tips. I've been in the hobby for 40 years. I love it. I love it as much as anybody does. So I feel like I got some stuff to share, and I'm as passionate as it gets about the hobby. So I'm happy to produce the content and become part of the community.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to Ziggy No, who actually connected us. And Ziggy himself, Ziggy No, is a producer of a daily sports card show on YouTube as well, a daily update, which is great. So check out Ziggy as well as Jeremy at Sports Cards Live to see what both of them are doing. It's good stuff. So before we get on to actually talking about some cards, I thought it might be interesting to touch on, I'm sure there's lots of people listening tonight who have thought about starting their own YouTube show, or who have thought about starting their own podcast or something of that nature. And it's, by the way, it's much harder to do today than it was a year ago when I got started. I had the benefit, or I guess a year and a half ago, I had the benefit of there being very little content out there, especially about investing, and really in YouTube in general. Almost all the content about sports cards on YouTube was all breaking. There was very little show format stuff on YouTube a year and a half ago. And so when you're first, you get the advantage of getting those first eyeballs and those first clicks and kind of riding the wave. It's tougher today because there's a bunch of shows on YouTube. There's many very good ones, a bunch of podcasts and everything like that. But you started not too long ago, but were able to garner some success and find a place and a niche for yourself, even though you started in a time when there was a lot of competition out there for attention and eyeballs. So any tips you would give to folks thinking about maybe doing something on their own?
Yeah, I do. First, yeah, I started in April. The space wasn't as crowded as it is now. And, it was funny, Jeff, because I thought to myself, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to start with the first episode. It's just going to be me talking about what I'm planning to do. And to be honest, I don't even remember what I said there. I'm sure that I did not predict correctly what would happen with my channel. But I want to say that, in thinking about it, the biggest tip I'll give you is there's so much information out there. I went on YouTube and I just searched live stream. I searched starting a YouTube show, and I found some great videos, some great content on how to do that. And the best tip I got, and one of them that was consistent throughout a lot of the different content providers that I was watching, was just start. Just start, and you don't have to be perfect right out of the gate. You can get better as time goes by. Your audience will be patient with you. They'll appreciate watching you evolve. And I think that's kind of what happened with myself. I know that I've evolved the show over time. I've had some great advice from many different people along the way. I owe them a lot of thanks. Great support from my hobby friends. I was able to get that traction early because I have contacts in the hobby. One of my friends is Carvin Chung, who worked with Upper Deck and Panini. He's now at GTS, and he's known as the inventor of Exquisite and the Cup. So I invited him on for my second episode, and I said, hey, Carvin, will you come on with me? I kind of want to start this off with a bang. And it was a great idea because it allowed me to call up other people, and they were willing to say yes because they had seen who some past guests were. So my biggest advice to anybody who wants to start is just start, and don't worry about being perfect right away.
Yeah, that's good advice. That's good advice. And another piece of advice that I would give would be to choose a niche. You want to be a little different than what's out there, and that's becoming more difficult to do these days, but you want to have some sort of unique slant, unique point of view, or something that is unique about the production of what you are doing that sets it apart from other people. In your case, I think the very long format and also going live, really delving deep in with people and having this routine of going live on Wednesdays and Saturdays for these deep interviews, it was unique. It was a niche. It was something that was a little bit different than the rest of the content out there, and that helps you set yourself apart.
Yeah, I think it really did. The quality of guests has been huge for me. It's what can I say? I love the hobby, and I often have been noted to say that the channel and the content has become the hobby within the hobby for me, and I'm really thankful for that, especially in 2020 when we don't have the chance to go to card shows and to just rub shoulders with like-minded people as much as we did in prior years. Being a part of the YouTube community, if you will, or the content creator community it's been a blessing. It's about all I can say, Jeff. It's been great. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
All right, well, we're going to get on in a minute here to do our breaks and announce our winners. I know everyone's excited, but before we do, I want to make sure we take a moment to talk about hockey cards because we haven't talked about those yet. So talk to me about what is happening. You're up in Canada, and that's why I'm referencing you as an expert on hockey cards, and I know you've been a hockey card collector for quite some time. Talk to me about what the hockey card market is like. What are you seeing in the hockey card market these days?
Well, as a hockey card collector, and I feel like I can speak for many hockey card collectors in that we always feel like we're kind of left out. We're thought to be up in Canada, and there's many in the U. I can tell you my audience is 76% United States and like 22% Canada. But hockey cards they're doing very well right now. They kind of lag behind. Of course, basketball went nuts. Then football went nuts. Baseball's always been constant, but hockey has started to really take off quite recently, and I think it was just a matter of time. This new rookie for the New York Rangers, Alexis Lafreniere, he came out in Upper Deck Series 1. People are going pretty nuts about that. I think my thoughts are there's opportunity to be found in all niches within the hobby, but I think hockey is somewhat untapped, and there's some great players. It's one of the oldest sports there is. The Stanley Cup is highly contested every year. It's I think it's the most exciting sport going, along with basketball. I personally collect all sports. I collect some non-sport, but I do focus on hockey, and it's more exciting than ever, Jeff. Just like the rest of the hobby. What more can we really say right now? It's the vintage has gone up in value. If you hold some Wayne Gretzky rookies, some Bobby Orrs, some Mark Messier's, Mario Lemieux, you've done well for yourself in the last year.
Yeah, for sure. And tell us about some of the young players who hockey fans should be, or even non-hockey fans should be excited about potentially taking a look at, potentially collecting or investing in as we enter this next NHL season?
Sure. I mean, so again, the rookie Alexis Lafreniere hasn't set foot on the ice yet, but he is thought to be sort of the best player since Connor McDavid. You know, Connor McDavid, he's known as the best player in the NHL right now. I believe we also have a player by the name of Nathan McKinnon for the Colorado Avalanche, who I believe is like, if they're a 1A and 1B sort of thing, a little bit of a different player. In terms of the youth, you know, you've got Jack Hughes, was the #1 overall draft pick a couple years ago, plays for the New Jersey Devil. The one thing I want to warn or caution non-hockey collectors who might be looking to come into hockey is that hockey players take a little bit longer to develop. They're not always going to come out of the NHL, of the entry draft, and light the lamp and score all the goals and carry a team like you see in the NBA. So you might want to be a little bit more patient if you're really taking the investor angle before you just decide, oh, this guy didn't come out at the beginning of the season and score a goal a game. It's probably not going to happen. You have to exercise a little bit more patience, and I think the rewards will be there in the long run if you approach it that way. And of course, Jeff, there's many other young players in the NHL. The list goes on and on. So
yeah, well, that's exciting times indeed. Exciting times indeed. And of course, Upper Deck is the premier hockey card producer. You know, that all changed. What about, gosh, how many years ago was it that Upper Deck got the hockey exclusivity? I think around 6 or 7 years ago. I think it was around the same time that Topps broke for baseball and Panini broke for football and basketball, if I recall.
Yeah, Panini had a license from, I believe, 2010 until the 13-14 season. And then Upper Deck has had the exclusive from 14-15 on until now, and they currently have it. Leaf, Brian Gray's company, Leaf Trading Cards, they also make hockey cards regularly as well. So we do have some options, but we're in this era of single licensees in terms of trading cards, and Upper Deck does a pretty good job of making cards that I think are just beautiful.
Fascinating stuff. All right, well, I'm going to get you out of here on this, Jeremy. What are you looking forward to most about the hobby in 2021?
How do you follow up 2020, Jeff? I mean, I'm looking forward to just watching it unfold. I'm looking forward to getting to some card shows. I'm a guy who goes to I go to the National every year. I go to the Sport Card Expo in Toronto every year. I go to the Summit Show in Edmonton every year. I love going to card shows. It's my favorite thing in the world to do. I look forward to getting back to card shows and meeting a lot of the people that I've been able to become friends with over the past 8 months. That's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Hey, I am with you. I am ready for the National. Ready for the National for sure. Awesome. Very, very cool. Well, thank you very much, Jeremy, for joining. Really appreciate it. And look forward to continuing to watch your show and see all the great things you're doing.
Thanks so much, Jeff. Appreciate the opportunity to be a part of the virtual holiday. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Take care.
You too.
All right, everybody. And while you saw me interview Jeremy there, you probably noticed this amazing piece of art behind me. I want to give a shout out to Jay Geeker Studios, also a Canadian. Jay Geeker Studios, they an absolutely amazing artist who did this interpretation of of course, the iconic MJ rookie card that you can see behind me. And through a special partnership between Sports Card Investor and Jay Geeker Studios, this beautiful painting is available for you to purchase, hand embellished by the artist, signed by the artist in 2 sizes, in this very large size. But we also have a wonderful version here, poster size version as well. So this would look great in your home, and you can check it all out by going to sportscardinvestor.com and clicking on Store in the main menu bar. Let's take a closer look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the moment that many of you have been waiting for. We are about to announce the winners of tonight's crazy box breaks. But I want to say this first. Even if you are not one of these winners, that does not mean you have lost out on your chance to win a box of National Treasures basketball. We are doing a second giveaway of a sealed box of National Treasures basketball on eBay's live Instagram following this show tonight at 11:10 p.m. So as soon as this show ends, go over to eBay's Instagram for your chance to win another box of National Treasures basketball. But let's go ahead and show our 92 winners of tonight's box breaks. Here are the 92 names. Take a moment to look at the screen. See if you are a winner tonight. Hopefully you are. If you are a winner, make a little noise in the chat. Tell us what you won. And if you need a closer up view of these names, you can get to this sheet by going to sportscardinvestor.com, clicking on the virtual, scrolling all the way down to the bottom of the page, and then there is a link to this sheet. You can click on the tab at the bottom for Wednesday. I think it will open up on Tuesday, but click on the tab at the bottom to go to Wednesday, and you can see that these are all of the winners. You can see all these on your own screen if you have trouble locating yourself here. But okay, without further ado, let's open these amazing boxes. Let's give away some incredible cards. And we are going to be joined live by the Coffee Breakers from Cards and Coffee, who are going to open up these 3 boxes for us. Let's see if we can connect with those Coffee Breakers now.
Yeah, we're still going to be live here. Yeah, we are still going to be live here. Yeah, we're still going to be live here. We are still going to be live here. Yeah, we're still going to be live here. Yeah, we're still going to be live here. Are we live?
Yep.
We are live. All right. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in live. My name is Al Harv of the Coffee Breakers. Congratulations to all the winners that are in this. Thank you to the Sports Card Investor for putting this together. We appreciate it. We are stoked to be a part of this. We are just going to rip through all of these Mosaic Cellos real quick here, guys. We got these Mosaic Cello packs. They come with 2 regular packs and 1 pink pack on the inside. We are going to rip through them, and then after that we have Impeccable Football National Treasures. This is going to be very, very fun here, guys. We appreciate you all for tuning in. We appreciate you all for participating. Congratulations to everybody that is in on this giveaway. It is going to be a fun one. Let's go. All right. Hopefully everybody gets something sweet out of this little break here, guys. Go check us out. TheCoffeeBreakers.com is our website. We have our YouTube channel at The Coffee Breakers. Our Instagram, we are breaking live every day on Instagram at The Coffee Breakers. Go check us out, guys. We are breaking constantly. We are running personals. We run team breaks, hit drafts. We get all kinds of things going here, guys. A little something for everyone. Please go check us out at The Coffee Breakers on Instagram, The Coffee Breakers on YouTube, and we have our eBay store, The Coffee Breakers, as well. We're going to get into these packs here, guys. We got the regular packs. We got the pink parallel packs, pink camo packs. We are going to start ripping. Good luck to everybody involved. Tobias Harris, Thomas Sadaransky, Marcus Morris, Kyle Kuzma, Spud Webb Mosaic, and an Ignas Brazdeikis. We are just going to fly through these. All right. Oh, my frame is a little off there. There we go. Here we go. Kendrick Williams, SGA, Kemba Walker, Bruce Brown, Got Game, Nikola Jokic, and a Dylan Windler. Alrighty. Myers Leonard, Kelly Oubre Jr., CJ McCollum, Green, PJ Tucker, Wilt to Win, Ben Simmons, and a Shaquille O'Neal Hall of Fame. My name is Al Harv. I am here with my boy Tommy, Daniel, and Michael. We are all part of the Coffee Breakers. We are live 7 days a week. Jordan Poole Green debut is nice. We are live 7 days a week. We start at 11 a.m. and we go until the people will tell us to stop, which never really happens, guys. We are always live on Instagram, on YouTube. We are also live on Facebook. Let's check us out. Green Pistol Pete and a Sekou. All right. LaMarcus Aldridge, Isaiah Thomas, Markelle Fultz, Damian Jones Green, Spud Webb Jam Masters, and DeAndre Hunter. Harrison Barnes, JJ Redick, Mike Connolly, Kevin Durant, Silver Wesley Matthews, and Quindary Weatherspoon. All right. Seth Curry, Troy Brown Jr., De'Aaron Fox, Spencer Dinwiddie Mosaic, Jam Masters Blake Griffin, and Kendrick Nunn debut. Alrighty, we're going to keep this rolling with Ben Simmons, Wendell Carter Jr., Zach LaVine, Zach Collins, Marcus Morris Silver, and a Kobe White. There we go. That's a nice hit with Kobe White. Going to be a good one for the Bulls. Alright, Willie Cauley-Stein, Dario Saric, Julius Randle, Danny Green, Dame Lillard Got Game, and Terrence Mann. Alrighty, we're going to keep this party rolling. Drew Holiday, Terrence Ferguson, Eric Bledsoe, Green, Anthony Simmons, Old School Wilt Chamberlain, and Oscar Robinson, Hall of Fame. Alright, Devin Booker, Malcolm Brogdon, LeBron James, Dylan Brooks, Vince Carter, Silver, Team USA, and Admiral Schofield. As you can see, there are two other boxes on this table here. We are doing Impeccable Football and National Treasures. It's going to be a fun one. Chris Paul, Elfrid Payton, Kevin Huerter, Charles Barkley Mosaic, Kyle Lowry Give and Go, and another Kobe White NBA debut. Whoever has the Bulls in this one, congratulations. You got two Kobe Whites. That is nice. That is nice. All right. Buddy Hield, Josh Hart, Serge Ibaka, Cody Zeller, Paul George, Jam Masters, and an Eric Paschal. Guys, don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram at The Coffee Breakers, on YouTube at The Coffee Breakers, and check out our eBay store, The Coffee Breakers. Thanks again for the Sports Card Investor for making us a part of this. We appreciate you. Dwayne Wade Green, Will to Win Joker, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We are live every day. Yeah, and thank you to eBay as well. eBay, you guys are the best. We appreciate you all for making us a part of this and making this thing possible. This has been awesome. Ennis Cantor, Pistol Pete, and Steph Curry. All right. We are almost through these regular packs, and then we're going to move on to the pink ones. Danilo Gallinari, Bobby Portis, Derek White, Andrew Wiggins, James Harden Give and Go, and a Bruno Fernando. All right, if I can open this up here. Sometimes these packs can be a pain to open up. There we go. I got it. Russ Westbrook, Jeremy Grant, Rashawn Holmes, Pistol Pete, Hall of Fame Green, Paul George Got Game, and Patrick Ewing. All right. New Laker, Dennis Schroeder, Taj Gibson, Montrezl Harrell, Jay Crowder, Drew Holiday Give and Go, and Keldon Johnson. We are looking for Ja. We are looking for Zion. We have yet to see one come out. Hopefully they will make an appearance here soon. All right. Aaron Baines, Dante DiVincenzo, DeAndre Bembry, Paul Millsap Green, Bradley Beal Got Game, and Brandon Clark NBA debut. All right. All righty. Grayson Allen, Steven Adams, Bojan Bogdanovic, Lauri Markkanen, Chris Webber Old School Mosaic, and Kai Bowman. 3 packs left, and we are moving on to the Impeccable, and then we will do the National Treasures last. Save the best for last, as I always say. Jimmy Butler, Larry Nance Jr., Hassan Whiteside, DeAndre Ayton Green, LeBron James, Got Game, and Giannis MVPs. That was a good pack right there. All right. We are live here on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. We are live ripping. It is fun. Here we go. Alec Burks, C.D. Osman, Lou Williams, Rudy Gay, Karl Anthony Towns will to win, and Luka Samanic. Last regular pack here, and then we're going to move on to the pinks. Just want to give another shout out to eBay and to the Sports Card Investor for letting us be a part of this. Pardon me, and making this happen. Jonathan Isaac, Ricky Rubio, Karl Anthony Towns, Mark Gasol Green, Giannis Got Game, and Magic Johnson. All right, now we got the pink camo packs coming up. Pink camo parallels. There's going to be 3 cards in each one of these packs. Jason Tatum, James Harden, and a Giannis MVPs. Not a bad hit there. Alrighty. Nikola Vucevic, Josh Hart, and Kai Bowman. Whoops. Pack is being a pain. Here we go. Dorian Finney-Smith, Buddy Hield, and Magic Johnson. Alrighty. Dwight Powell, Otto Porter Jr., and Kyle Guy. Alrighty. Mark Gasol, Gordon Hayward, Nicholas Claxton. For those of you guys joining on Instagram, we are live on YouTube with eBay and the Sports Card Investor. Doing a little special break here for them. We're having a good time over here. Anthony Davis, Malcolm Brogdon, and Cameron Johnson. No, all right. Jeff Teague, Devin Booker, and Cam Reddish debut. Not bad. Alrighty, Patty Mills, Nikola Jokic, and Nasir Little. Frank Ntilikina, Gary Harris, Shaquille O'Neal, Hall of Fame. Come on, we're due for a big rookie here. Klay Thompson, Kevin Love, and Kevin Porter Jr. 2 more pinks, and then we are moving on to the impeccable football. And then the National Treasures. Rudy Gobert, Furkan Korkmaz, and Karl Malone. All right, last pink pack. Here we go. Andre Drummond, Duncan Robinson, and Oscar Robertson. All right, so that was the mosaics. Right on, that was a lot of fun. We are going to move it along, and we are going to go for the impeccable football. Here we go. Good luck to everybody in this one. This is nice product here. 1 pack, and it's a thick one. All right, so what we like to do is cover the top. We like to put all the cards on the table, and we give it a little. We can show the first card. It'll be Drew Lock. So we're going to do this here. Make it so. There we go. All right. Drew Lock, 42 out of 50 for the Broncos. Not bad.
Oh, hit something big. Let's go.
Next up, Dwayne Haskins, 45 of 75. 45 of 75, Dwayne Haskins. Next up is a blockchain redemption. Randy Moss, Silver Hall of Famers blockchain redemption. This is a digital card. You turn this into Panini. You get a digital card for that one. And next up, Yerder Gross Matos, 23 of 49, rookie auto. Rookie auto for the Panthers there. Next card, Jason Taylor, 11 of 35, 3-color patch. That is a nice looking card. Elegance, impeccable elegance, 11 of 35. Next up, Dalton Keene, rookie auto, 98 of 99. Almost had the bookend on that one. 98 of 99, Dalton Keene. And next card up there, Phil Simms, 31 of 49. Little throwback for you. That is a beautiful autograph. 31 out of 49. Next up is Redemption. We're going to show this Redemption real quick. Rookie patch auto of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Wow, that is a banger. That is a huge card right there. Very nice. Congrats to whoever hit that. And last card, Darrington Evans, 11 of 75 for the Titans. Double patch auto. That is nice. Wow, beautiful box there. All right, here we go, guys. The moment we've all been waiting for. National Treasures. Good luck to everybody in this one. Once again, I just want to thank everybody for watching. Thank you to Sports Card Investor. Thank you to eBay. Thank you to everybody who is a part of this. We appreciate it. Congrats to everybody who's a winner, who's won something tonight. Good stuff here, guys. We are going to roll out this National Treasures. And hopefully we hit something crazy. We're going to do that the same way. I'm going to open this up. If I can get it open. There we go. And I'm going to put my little cover card on there. And it's all good. Just flip it around. Boom, boom, boom. There it is. All right. Good luck to everybody in this one. Here we go. First card. Klay Thompson, 3 of 49. Klay Thompson, 3 out of 49 for the Warriors. Your next card. Printing plate of Russell Westbrook, 1 of 1 magenta plate. Russell Westbrook from 2018-2019 National Treasures. Those who don't know what a printing plate is, this is what they use to make the cards. This is the plate that they use to make it. So you have the 1 of 1 magenta printing plate. Next card. Serge Ibaka for the Raptors. Patch to number 13 of 99. Serge Ibaka biography materials. 13 out of 99. Next card up. Carson Edwards Colossal patch, 57 out of 99. Nice rookie patch there. Not bad at all. All right, we're going to keep it rolling here, guys. Next card. Ricky Rubio patch, 37 of 49. 37 of 49. I know you guys on Instagram. We are on YouTube. That's the centering. It's looking a little off. Don't worry. We are live on YouTube, guys. All right, the next card. Bol Colossal Materials, 86 of 99 for the Nuggets. Son of Manute Bol. All right, next card. Danny Manning for the Clippers. Danny Manning auto, 57 out of 99. 57 of 99 for the Danny Manning for the Clippers. Next card. Mark Jackson, throwback for the Knicks, 20 of 49. National Archives, Inc. What does that say? God bless. Love it. Mark Jackson. Nice hit there. And we have another redemption. We're just going to go ahead and show it. Rookie autos, Ludwig Dort. Ludwig Dort for the Thunder, right? Thunder. For the Thunder. Yep, just want to make sure. That's a nice card. Yeah, a little Dort redemption. That's dope. And last card. Cam Reddish, that is a nice hit. 19 of 49. Cam Reddish with the T in the patch. Wow. That is nice, guys. That is nice. Well, that concludes our break here, guys. Thank you so much for letting us tap in here at the Coffee Breakers. We appreciate you all. Congratulations to everybody who is in on that. Thank you again to Sports Card Investor, eBay, and everybody who made this possible here today. We appreciate you guys. Go check us out at the Coffee Breakers on Instagram, the Coffee Breakers. TheCoffeeBreakers.com is our website. We have our eBay store as well, The Coffee Breakers, and our YouTube. Everything at The Coffee Breakers. Please come check us out, guys. Thank you again. We appreciate you all. Have a wonderful night and a safe holiday season. Appreciate you guys. That was fun. That was fun. I've never ripped a box of National Treasures so fast. That was great. That was a lot of fun, though. I had a great time doing that. Awesome. Right on, guys. All right.
Chat's blowing up. Chat's just seeing the RPA.
Oh, they're just now seeing it? Nice. That's awesome. No, that was fun, guys.
I'm talking about Cam Reddish, RPA of the Atlanta Hawks. And I'll tell you what, being an Atlanta boy right here in Atlanta, Cam Reddish is one of those rookies to watch. People are excited about Cam Reddish, and I am excited about the Atlanta Hawks and what the Hawks can bring this next season. I think the Cam Reddish combination with so many good players they got on that team now, so many young up-and-comers. You got that young nucleus of Trae Young and Kevin Huerter's there. You got John Collins. You got DeAndre Hunter. You got Cam Reddish. And that was a number 249. Beautiful patch. Thank you to eBay. Thank you to our partner eBay. Oh, people can't even hear. I don't even have a mic on. People don't even know what's going on. People don't even know what's going on. They're just seeing me. People are just seeing me just motion at the camera. I'm so excited about the Cam Reddish RPA that we just pulled. I literally throw on a Santa suit because, ladies and gentlemen, this is like it's like Santa Claus came to town and delivered a Cam Reddish RPA National Treasures number 249 for somebody watching the virtual holiday tonight. Congratulations to whoever had the Atlanta Hawks. That is an amazing card, As I was trying to say, but you didn't hear me because my microphone was on the floor. At least some of you didn't hear me. The people on eBay heard me. But I was trying to say that I'm so excited about the Hawks young nucleus this year. Obviously, I'm here in Atlanta, but the Trae Young and all those guys, very, very excited about that. But anyway, we are going now to eBay's Instagram. So those of you watching the virtual, go ahead and close out YouTube and go to Instagram and go to eBay's Instagram, where we are about to give out another box of National Treasures basketball on eBay's Instagram. And we may have a very special guest joining us in a little while on eBay's Instagram as well. So we are going to sign off of the virtual, and we are going to go over to eBay's Instagram. And the last thing I will remind you all before you sign off is tomorrow night we are back at 8 p.m. on our YouTube channel, on the Sports Card Investor YouTube channel. Tomorrow night we are back with more absolutely incredible giveaways tomorrow night. So please check us out tomorrow night on the Sports Card Investor YouTube channel, but go to eBay's Instagram right now. We are signing off of YouTube and we are signing on to eBay Instagram.